I'm in the spot, I'm in the bar, I'm trying to get a beer. $2.50 Bud Light, I ain't paying that shit here. I walk over to the lady, she said, you look hot. I said, I'm a working man, give me cold shot. She said, you ain't no hot boy, and you can be replaced. I said, you ain't seen nothing through that shot glass in her face. I drink while I'm driving, I'm living till the end. I'm swerving left, I'm swerving right, I'm making every bend. I'm looking mean, I'm wearing green, got a backwards hat.
Oh, Hachi Machi, it must be in every other Tuesday in Delaware County, because it's Delco Live, coming at you live from Ridley Park, Pennsylvania, 19078. And tonight, for once, because we jinxed it last episode, the county actually gave us enough to actually have a whole episode about stories that have happened in the last 14 days. And boy, oh boy, is there some shit to talk about. We've got all sorts of public servants in hot water. We've got all sorts of missing money. We've got fire extinguisher wars. We've got the Pike Gang threatening to reform. We've got potholes that can go all the way to the Olympics. We've got Oscar buzz. We've got storming the Capitol comes home. We've got random phrases that apparently we use according to Ranker that are just fucking stupid. We got all sorts of beautiful Valentine's Day stories, you know, some true love out there in Clifton Heights. Speed dating at its finest. And I hate Los Angeles. Anyway, Al, tell us about our beautiful sponsors that probably won't want to talk to us after tonight.
All right. Don't forget, we have our awesome sponsors over at Vegas Vapes, vegasvapes.com. Find them at Bryn Mawr, Folsom.
Where can you find them, Al?
Said find them at Bryn Mawr, Folsom, Trap, and Upper Darby.
But if you can't make it,
you can go online at vegasvapes.com and check out their awesome online store. Or also on your social media, your Facebooks, your Googlers, your Snapchat, and your Instagrammers, vegasvapes.com. And don't forget, Dolan's Bar, the most Delco bar. Had a great time this weekend hanging out at Dolan's. It's always a good time. Tell BJ the boys at Delco and girls at Delco Live sent you. And don't forget, Fat Cow Jerky. Utterly perfect jerky. Multiple flavors. New ones coming out all the time. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, as well as at fatcowjerky.com. There you go.
All right.
Big lack of pickle.
Al, Delco has a new epidemic. This one you can't fix with Narcan.
Damn it.
You had to fix it with Tarcan. We have an insane amount of potholes all over this fucking area.
Narcan will work, but
Do you have a picture of the great sign? This is just Delco at its finest. There's two of them. Apparently, that's been up there since at least last night because there's pictures of it. And someone pointed out, and of course we didn't fact check.
Is that Havertown right by Eagle Road and Westchester Pike?
Nay, that is
Really?
in front of the new Wawa on Westchester Pike. I forget the name of that street. St. Lawrence Road?
Fact check. Who fact checks?
Oh, we're fucking
Like the new
Delco's
Wawa.
get caught up in
Park.
the facts.
We fact
Carroll
check.
Park.
L-
They
That is-
they
Did you
spelled
say
street
fact
wrong.
check or fact
L
check?
fact checks.
I fact check all the time.
So on the two pictures, it really does say
three of us.
Steep.
Do both of them, Stacy?
They spelled sincerely right, but messed up Steep.
yes, they forgot the R in street and gave you the old steep.
Maybe the R fell off from hitting one of the potholes.
Probably what happened.
Motherfucker.
Steve Davidson.
Jesus Christ.
Kanye West hates
Yeah.
Steve Davidson.
Kanye Westchester Pike.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
Westchester Pike is particularly bad, especially in that area. I'm glad whoever put it up there. Then I would wish you could spell. Well, you know what? They spell most of the words right. Isn't that all we ask?
Yeah.
All the residents should ski.
John,
in the
Great
pothole.
night for him.
John, it's,
man.
Fill it up.
it's always a great night
It's
to
a
join
great
it.
night.
Yo, Frank Adams back. What's up, Frank?
Hey,
Skiing in pothole.
so
I'm fucking.
Steeton A. Smith.
Stephen A.
Yeah,
Smith.
dude. I'm Skeeton A.
They,
Smith.
if anyone, we were going to discuss about how Stephen A. Smith was seen in Brookhaven, and then I had explained to them that Stephen A. Smith lives here. Like he lives in like Springfield or something. It's like you're going to see him around.
Are we positive it wasn't Wanda Sykes?
Oh God.
We gotta ask Dindu.
Oh sweet God.
Dindu.
Oh sweet God. But yeah, potholes. Where's the worst pothole you see? Al, worst pothole.
Right now?
Yeah.
Or in general?
Worst pothole right now.
Chester Pike. Right,
Chester Pike?
not too far from here, between here and Eddystone.
The one on the fucking turn coming off of Chester Pike onto Sellers, wherever that is.
Is that the one? I was trying to think. I hit a
It
nasty
like wiped
one.
out. I think it. Fucking
If you're
broke my
driving
bicycle.
through at night and you're just driving perfectly and you can't see it and you hit it Oh
Yeah,
man, you're a
fucking
chip a
game
tooth.
over.
Westchester Pike, where that sign is particularly bad. I know
Yeah.
everyone, like when I put it out there with the joke about the one that goes to China, people were just like, well, what about Baltimore Pike? I'm like, look, as someone who goes around this entire fucking county, I can tell you right around where that sign is actually the fucking worst. Like, it's criminal. And you know what? They can't fix it. We'll get into why. Abu Dhabi doesn't have the money to fucking fix it right now, but whatever.
They have goats.
Yeah.
They have goats.
They could pack it full of goat.
They don't. I mean, those goats don't know how to fucking tar.
That's good goat meat.
No, they could just fucking pack it.
Quality goat right there.
Yeah. Fix it with some mutton.
Delicious.
Mutton it up.
Now you've tasted my mutton.
He's been waiting all this time. He's been sitting on that joke for a long
I
time.
fucking love me some Gangs New York.
Speaking of gangs, we had a declaration. Just saying that the new generation's too soft and all that. The citizens of Clifton Heights, we had an older gentleman demand that they reform the Pike Gang.
Whoa.
Al, what the fuck's the Pike Gang?
Wow, if you're not from the Clifton Heights, Springfield area, because right on the borderline, they would hang out at the Wawa up 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Bunch of older gentlemen sitting in lawn chairs on
No,
the
that's
side.
not them. That's not them. Apparently, the Pike Gang goes back to the 60s and 70s.
No, that's what they were talking about.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
it
no,
is
that's
them.
what they're talking about.
That's-
Because they put a
that's where I
picture of those
learned that.
guys hanging out at the Wawa. In
Yeah,
it.
but that's apparently
They were also known as the Pike Gang. Yeah.
Sure.
So
Sure.
there was an original Pike Gang. No, but the ones they're talking about are the older gentlemen who used to sit at the Wawa in the lawn chairs off to the side, like not usually by the front, but off to the side. And the people swore up. I talked to police, and I've talked to people who worked at the Wawa or went to the Wawa. They said people wouldn't mess with that Wawa because those guys were always there, I guess, to witness if something happened. And people love them for that reason. So, yes, that is the Pike Gang they were referring to.
That is absolutely not the Pike Gang they're referring to, Al. I went and read all 137 comments and pieced it together.
Oh, well. I saw the pictures.
It's fucking great journalism.
The commenters note that they were the equivalent of the guardian angels of Delco that kept trouble off this area around Baltimore Pike and the Kent Bridge, around the 7-Eleven and all that, and around wherever Marco's is.
Downtown Clifton.
They got rave reviews
Yes.
by everyone and said in the 60s and 70s that they were notorious for making sure that everyone grew up right, but some accused them of being bullies and hitting them with bike chains, and then someone accused them all of being racist
Wow.
and saying that their whole goal was to keep people who weren't white out of Clifton, and then it became the citizens of Clifton Heights at its finest.
Well, isn't that what Clifton always did?
A lot of people
Pike
who are
gang?
loving them, a lot of those selfies from the front seat of the pickup truck with the sunglasses
Wrap
on.
around.
If you didn't like the halftime show, you probably supported the Pike
yeah,
Gang.
These
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I love that halftime show.
Yeah,
I'm going to put that out there.
You're the anomaly.
Al,
Don't
those two
worry.
things make up to the community.
Yeah, Al's the anomaly.
I saw what was my favorite meme. If you enjoyed the halftime show, or if it made you nostalgic or something, you need a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's time for your colonoscopy.
It's true.
It's an excellent reminder.
Yeah.
It's true. You want the fire extinguisher wars of 2022, or you want why you should always turn off your Zoom meeting if you're just going to be a dick?
Let's go to that one. I think that's going to
The
lead
Zoom
into
meeting?
Yeah, that's going to lead into a lot of convo.
So we normally only deal with funny and not serious subjects, but tonight we're gonna change it up. We're gonna do we're doing real journalism.
I think we've been hard hitting before.
We have. Someone once told me that's not a fucking killer's line. That they actually
Wait, what?
That would go right into
someone
another
told
story.
me that you
Oh, I
Brandon
thought you said
Flowers
like
was
I'm
just
not
like
a murderer. Okay.
No, Al, I'm not from. I don't live at the Willows.
Oh God.
We'll get into that too.
Jesus.
Cheese and
Go
rice.
tight around the old neck.
So anyway, we're just gonna do
Jesus.
this thing. It's we labeled it always close your Zoom meetings. Brian
or don't be a racist piece
well,
of
let's
shit.
start with
Or-
that.
Yeah,
Let's start with that. Briarcliff Fire Company's in some hot water. They are shut down currently after a Zoom meeting that got them in a little bit of issue. Well, what was that? What did you say, Al? KGJ.
It's about potholes.
It's the
Flyers
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, fine.
They
Yeah.
lost an OT, yeah, I know.
Anyway, Briarcliff Fire Company is shut down right now. They got some hot water after they had a Zoom meeting. The original call was about consolidating Briarcliff, Goodwill, and Darby Township. If you don't understand the complexities of what Briarcliff is, it is Glen Olden zip code, but not Glen Olden, the 19036. It is somehow part of Darby Township, and if you're wondering what Darby Township is, it's not Darby like Main Street. Darby Township is actually this little this area right off of Hook Road and Calkin Hook Road, and it was always weird because that's where the cop cars had to come. Like, let's say someone in Briarcliff is getting murdered, the cop cars had to go through like 4 towns to go over there. But whatever, it's just the way it's been forever.
Don't get
So
murdered,
they
don't
were
let your husband-
talking about consolidating those 3. Goodwill's a volunteer one out there too. And they're meeting with the state and county officials because it's all gonna get signed off and whatnot. And members of the Briarcliff one stayed on. The video was off, but the audio was still on, so they thought they were off and could say whatever they want. And they got caught in a combo with some racial slurs being thrown around. And I'm not talking like
Some
stereotypes or anything. I'm like, dude, fucking
Some hard R's.
oh, dude, beyond that.
It got bad.
Like Dave Chappelle would even be like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
That's baby.
They called. Remember, this isn't just like them just being dicks. This is them talking about the Darby Township group, which is on the other side of.
So obviously they weren't happy with the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, they decided to call them a bunch of F and N bombs.
Yeah.
And called the all black Darby Town. They said that, but the Darby Township Fire Company is all black. They called the captain a piece of shit and then a slur. The Briarcliff squad didn't know their station was still on the call via audio. They said that there was too many blacks in the area. Blacks were taking over shit. And your coup de grace, they insulted the slain 8-year-old Fanta Bellotti by calling
That was
her
the one
some
for
things
the
that
little-
I'm not literally even going to say.
Yeah,
because I
that was
don't
the
even
one
want
little
to
girl that
sound them out.
got in the crossfire at the
Sharon
Academy,
Hill.
Yep.
the Academy Park shooting.
Yep. They are shut down for a 30-day investigation at the least. Black
What do
community.
they have to investigate? It's all right there. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't understand
It sure
investigation when something's
Yeah.
like on video or
Yeah.
in this case
It's
audio.
just a plan of action. They said the black community members noted that they wonder if they will receive proper response in case of fires now or in the past if they were delayed or whatever. The news was the news is actually reported by the Goodwill Fire Department that ratted them out. Technically, Briarcliff, the township, can't fire them because it's volunteer, but they can cut ties with them and leave them financially.
So it's a
broken.
semantics on the name that you're going to, but you could get rid of
Yeah.
them one way or the other.
It's interesting too because the sign still says the phone number and that volunteers are needed. Which
Yeah,
is probably more so.
Yeah, well, yeah, they need
Yeah,
a
right.
whole new
Maybe.
set of
Yeah.
them.
Probably.
They said that there is a contingency plan in, like, if your house catches on a fire in Briarcliff, they have a backup because that's the way every fire department is apparently designed anyway. And remember, this call was about consolidating them anyway, so the other two can cover for it.
Well, wait,
Right.
who's the close? Primo, Seacane. There.
Goodwill is like around the corner
Yeah.
from
I
Briarcliff.
don't know what Goodwill. Where?
It's on the back street. I can't picture it. right now.
Ashland.
On
Say
Collingdale-
Backstreet is back. All right.
See, Collingdale's back street, all right.
No, he said so. Backstreet's back. All right.
Oh my goodness. Should I tell the Tony story or
No, I want to continue with this story for a second.
Okay.
So,
But the Tony story's tied into it.
oh, that's yeah. Well, hold on.
That dude.
Let's
Man,
talk.
that's heavy. That's
I
heavy.
also should-
Let's
So-
talk about our
Okay.
reactions to this first part. Then we'll get into the Tony
Okay.
story.
It's not.
I feel like there shouldn't be any sort of fucking investigating when it's like on video, them saying it. I feel like, all right, cool. You guys are now cut, and we're just going to defund this entire thing.
You
Figure it
can't
out yourselves.
defund the.
Volunteer.
You can
They
get
can-
rid of the volunteers, but you can't defund the firehouse.
No, that's
what they were gonna do
They
anyway.
literally said it
That's the plan.
in the argument. They said that they can't fire or do anything about it. They're volunteer. What they can do is they can stop associating with them and then leave them with nothing to do. So basically, it's like cut off. It's like
So
when
these
you
are all
fucking-
volunteers who got upset because they're getting cut. They're moving things on them or cutting things from them.
No, that they were upset that they were going to have to combine with the other 3, like administratively or something, and they didn't like the addition of the.
So let's just start. This
Darby Township.
This is racist right here. Nope. I know it's like you're like all right.
No question.
No question.
No question.
Because like there's like there's like when any type of situation like this comes out, you're always gonna get somebody like, well, it was taken out of context. No. There's no context on this
Yeah.
one. This is totally racist.
They didn't play this for anywhere, did they?
There's recordings.
It's on the news.
Did you hear
Well,
it?
they
Yeah.
quoted them on the
Really?
news. They
Played some of
quoted
it on
the
the news.
stuff on the news.
When
Brutal.
I write these up, I read like 3 or 4 sources just to have whatever sides or whatever, and they're all out there if you piece them together.
Oof.
They're a rough one. Fuck, what was I gonna say about it? Oh, so this news broke or whatever, and obviously we're Delco Live, so we checked into it and read about it. I went to a bar in that area recently and was just sitting there watching the Olympics, and I hear a loudmouth dude fucking yelling, going, it wasn't Briarcliff, it was Goodwill. And I'm like, I'm not going to correct him. I'm like, whatever. He's just whatever. He's like, they're not racist. It's over budgets. And then whatever. He's just being
so
loud.
the N-word has to do with
No,
budgets
Al, it
nowadays.
gets better. You know it gets better.
Gotcha.
It's
Loud and clear, pal.
It wasn't. They're not racist. They're great people. I know them. They have no problem with the skin color of anyone around here. It's all over budgets. But at the same time,
There it is.
they're all ruining this town and taking over. I'm like, there we go. Yeah. There we go.
It's not about race. It's not about color. It's about budget. But I want to add in, they're ruining this town.
And I'm just like,
Jesus Christ.
I was like, okay, this dude's going to do whatever. And then it was just like, it's basically just like, just let it go. And he of course, had a sermon. Like there was people just like nodding along going, yeah. And I was like, just how ridiculous is this dude going to get? And then lo and behold, minutes later.
Did he say, hold my beer?
Slavery wasn't that bad. They wanted it. And I was just like, oh God, we're going institutional like back in time. This dude. And then it was just like, if you want like the total farce out of his fucking bullshit, he literally ended with, my son's a fucking little liberal snowflake. Like, I guess I should be proud of him because he's got a mansion in Malvern and like all his money and a happy family. But fuck him, soft little bitch.
Wow. Holy cow.
I think that this dude might have some more problems.
Some
than,
anger
one
issues.
fire department showing up.
I don't know if that kid's his, maybe.
So here's my thing about this story. So there's been plenty of stories, especially over the last few years, that you can argue how racist the intent is in it. But it's this kind of shit that pisses me off because there's no arguing, and it just makes everybody look bad. Like because you're sitting there like you're hoping people are like, all right, we can get past this shit. Like, we can move past this dumb shit. And, like, people don't think like that anymore. But, no. This is the dumb shit that fucking screws everybody. Because guys like this who just... they just have this mentality that drives me insane.
Them dudes got to take their medicine and fuck. Did they apologize?
I don't even
Does it matter?
I really don't think you can.
Well, you can't, but I mean, you got to say something.
Yeah, you
no?
can just be like, I was really
You
angry
just
at the heat
hide.
of the moment.
Let me ask you a question.
Well, I'm a racist,
start
and
with
I'm going to
that.
try to not be a racist.
Okay, let's
Call
play
Jesse
devil-
Jackson and kiss his butt on TV.
Yeah, kiss
something. Oh, man.
But, all right,
Jesse Jackson
let's
says he's
play...
gonna hibachi Obama's nuts.
let's play the scenario out first.
Oh, God, Al, we're not
Mike.
switching the colors and all that shit.
No.
All
I just
right,
want to
thanks,
ask,
Al.
no matter what it was, say you're on the side of the person who's getting trounced and saying terrible things about. If somebody, one of two things said to you, I'm sorry, do you believe them? Or
No.
what do you think
Fuck
about
no.
you're a racist piece of shit and we caught you red-handed?
Yeah.
And all right, let's reverse it and say, when you came up to him and said, oh, by the way, I'm a racist piece of shit, does that make you feel better? I mean, there's no win in this. Like, there's
It's a
nothing that this
lose-lose.
You
person
don't
or
come back from
persons say that make you feel any
My
happier.
thing is, once the things they said were said, there's no. I don't care what they were doing. If they all right, cool. We're donating all this money to this charity. I don't give a shit. You're
No.
still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the KKK
What
adopts
else?
highways. It's just like, why?
Yeah, like I said, there's nothing.
I'm not going to like you no matter how clean you keep this.
and I don't want to
176.
hear that you were in the heat of the moment because
There's a million other things you could have said.
Yeah,
They
dickhead,
weren't making fun of
douchebag.
an 8-year-old girl.
And he the moment is
died
heat of the moment
tragically.
usually
Yeah, and
means-
that's the big one
Yeah.
right there.
The
thing is-
Say that again because I don't know if everybody heard that.
So they're talking about the 8-year-old girl who was shot
Like
by
Carrie
the
Talk.
Collingdale or the Sharondale
that's
police,
all
right?
Yeah, Academy Park, whatever.
Yeah.
Prospect,
Fucking-
yeah, I don't know.
KKK
Phenomenal,
adopts
dude.
highways.
KKK. I think the
talk a lot
KKK has
about
like the most
highways.
I
adopted.
was just
highways.
going to say, didn't you adopt a bunch of highways?
Al did.
I didn't.
Al's from Clifton.
Holbrook adopted.
They
the
must
highway.
hate when
Yeah,
it has,
we adopted a highway.
they must hate when it has to get blacktopped. Oh,
There
They
it
should
is.
just get Westchester Pike because it'll never happen.
contacts. Yeah, I had to lead
Use
up.
it.
So as you said, like Carrie said, I don't know if it was her. So she said, and to go with what Prophet said, that okay, you said something racist, you're mad, you're angry, but the second you start blasting this little 8-year-old girl who got shot, might I add,
Murdered.
By the police.
who was
Yeah,
who was a innocent
crummy.
bystander, wasn't like she was involved in the
Just
middle of
being
this
an
thing.
8-year-old girl.
It's crummy.
Yeah.
It's crummy.
Just
You're
being an
a
8-year-old girl.
pathetic piece of shit human being.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're
Awful.
my brother, cousin, uncle at this point. I don't if these people are you. I don't want to know you. I don't want to be anything about you. Don't you want fuck your public apologies. Stuff them up your ass because
And you're a fucking volunteer
Just-
firefighter,
just-
which is the fucking worst kind of person.
Just-
ever. Let's-
Do not do that. Don't do that.
honest.
Just don't do
No,
that.
it is
Like,
not.
no volunteer
No, it is
people.
not.
They do nice things. Don't say that.
Don't do
Turn
that.
just turn in your
dude.
beeper and go home.
Yeah.
The beeper.
They are not.
Not insult the fucking fire departments
No.
unless they're racist.
No, I'm
Oh,
not. I'm
racist.
talking
We
about
need
these
media
racist-
coaching for like you fucks.
love.
No, I'm saying these racist pieces of shit. Go home. We don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
you.
yeah. They're not good.
No,
They're not
we
good.
love
They're not good.
firefighters.
No, I have no problem with anybody who volunteers for anything. If you volunteer for a soup kitchen, the coach and youth organization,
we don't like racist
firefighters,
volunteers.
especially firefighters, got to give them credit. I mean, they're literally volunteering to run in the most dangerous fucking situation known to man. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna break anybody's balls
What
on
if
that.
David Duke calls you tomorrow for Delco Day and he's like, Al, I got all the volunteers you need.
No,
No?
no.
Free?
What if he offers $1 million?
What do you call
I take it for them, but I would be like, you're not getting any recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't get
blood
nothing.
money, dude.
Well, all right. So blood money's gonna float around, right? Would you rather have blood?
Now we start.
Now he
getting
wants to
it.
take the money
Now
from
we
David
start
Duke.
getting it.
No, no,
We should just get a new. We should get a,
Capitalism.
we
They're
should
just
get a
gonna
new
give
news
it to
refugees
someone.
to
It might as
fucking
well
No, my
volunteer.
point is,
A new news
if
refugees
blood
to
money,
volunteer.
if blood money was going to go to a charity, it's better than funding more blood money and terrorists and
I'd
murderers.
essentially be a hero for taking
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah.
But if I'm,
Doing
giving,
it
I'm
for
giving
a
it to a
family.
charity, I'm not keeping
Yeah,
it
in
for
Al's mind,
myself.
taking the blood money is like, all right, well, I'm taking off the streets, so
Yes.
it's
Well,
for the best.
well-
I bought all the heroin so that the users couldn't have it.
Well spun.
Well, that's not a bad idea. If you bought up all the heroin and the users couldn't use it, and you just got rid of the shit, is it not a hero? Would that not
I
be
don't
a
know.
hero?
what they're gonna do is just give
If
them.
Bruce Wayne said, "You know what? I'm gonna go
It's
around.
selfish.
They're gonna give them
No,
free
it's
needles and
selfish.
crack pipes.
It's selfish.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Why would you buy all the heroin for yourself?
It's a waste.
I'm gonna
Al's
buy
just
all
trying
the
to get
crack, and then there you go. And now the
just trying to get
crackheads
well.
can't use
It's
it.
selfish. It sounds.
What are they
selfish.
gonna smoke their Obama crack pipes? What
Well,
are they
there's
gonna
no
fill
Biden
with?
pipes.
There's
Biden
no
pipes.
safe zones here, so you can't do it any fucking how.
No.
There will be.
You can smoke crack wherever the fuck you want. This is the United States of America.
You think people who smoke crack care about rules?
Yeah. They smoke crack. They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
On like the little fucking pamphlet you get on your first time to smoke crack, like the introduction to it, that's like rule 2.
Your
There's no rules.
introduction to smoking crack.
welcome to freedom.
Welcome
Yeah.
to crack.
You're a crack user. Welcome to
Yeah.
freedom.
Welcome to
Pamphlet.
pop walking, backflipping, and doing whatever you want.
Welcome to
always.
flavor country. Population you. Every day's a vacation.
Do you like 150 BPM heartbeat? Do you like doing backflips?
I already have that tying my shoes.
Dude. It's funny. I pointed out to my coworkers that
My medical issues are hilarious.
I pointed out to my coworkers that all fat people tie their shoes on the inside because that's
It's
where
true.
when they bend down, that's how they reach because their feet go like this when they like bend forward to tie them.
Oh.
So they're all tied towards the inside of the shoe.
Have you gotten to the point where you had to tie your shoes before you put on your pants?
I put my shoes
No.
on before I put my pants on if they're not skinny jeans.
I just don't untie my shoes. I slip them on and
Yeah.
all.
That's a thing.
That's why the back of my shoes are all like always beat up.
yeah.
Who has time to tie their shoes? Fuck that.
I mean, I would if I wasn't fat.
Yeah, I wear flip flops from like March to December.
At every opportunity.
that reason.
Every opportunity.
We've got an
Crocs
article.
window.
We-
That
we-
Crocs
Are we
right
done
now.
with this conversation?
I mean,
already?
there's a very similar topic related to it.
All right, keep going.
There's another public official that this comes into play a little bit, but there's also another side to it. To keep the pot simmering, the Yaden police chief is also in hot water. Chief Anthony Peparo, who goes by the name Chachi,
Which was part of the Upper Darby.
he was in Upper Darby for 32 or 30-ish
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
and before he went over in
Joni loves
2018.
Chachi.
He may be out of his position soon, according to himself. There were 2 meetings held stating that he was owed due process for the issue at hand, before they fire him or anything. And the issue at hand is that he's in charge. He is in charge of the budget, and that they have a bill stuck with them for $387,000 of overuse for using part-time officers and other things related to, overtime and hiring outside the district or paying within. And one of the meetings involved someone showing up with a giant novelty check with $387,000 on it and paid by Yaden taxpayers. And we know from running events like this that is a waste of money because those checks cost way too fucking much.
Yeah.
Like they're just they're too much for the joke. Like, trust me.
Yeah.
But you'd be like, oh
Actually,
my
the
God,
one
we
we
do
use for Delco days is a dry erase board.
Yes.
So you can erase it and use it for something else.
Right.
So you pay once, you have to pay 1,000.
And even that was like $250.
And
They're not funny.
And it's funny because I'm wearing my Jackie Moon jersey, and they gave the guy, he hit the basket from
Yeah.
the crackhead hit the basket.
You just
from
gotta
the-
take it to a
yeah.
bigger
You
bank.
take it to a bigger bank. Yes.
That was the kid. That was the original guy from Bad News Bears, I think, wasn't it?
Who?
The guy in
It was the dude who played Freddy Krueger in the new ones.
no.
Yeah,
Is
the
it?
guy who hit the basket in
3 names. He's got 3 names.
yeah, Hurley, something Hurley.
Yes, it's
yeah.
like James something. Michael James Hurley or
something like
shit.
that. Yeah, he played and he was
Haley.
and he
James
played
Michael Haley or
Rorschach
some
in the what's it called? That superhero movie?
Caddyshack?
No, superhero movie.
Caddyshack.
The one with the blue dude who's naked all the time.
Fucking
It was a
The
HBO
Watch?
TV show for a while.
The Tick.
No.
The Watch.
Loved the Tick.
No, I'd
Yeah,
watch
Watch
that.
it.
fits the
No.
description.
They're coming back for Futurama.
Yes.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
That's let it
should.
happen.
They're bringing back
Let people be
Chippendales
happy.
Rescue
But
Rangers.
it ended perfectly.
Let people be happy.
It ended just so well, though.
What's his name? James
James Earl Haley.
Earl.
Jackie Earl Haley is actually his fucking name. That's
Darth
what
Vader.
it is.
Is that Darth Vader? That's the guy who did Darth Vader.
He's on a fucking
Yeah,
good.
that's him. That's him.
Is it Jackie Earl Haley?
Jackie Earl Haley.
He has a funny fucking Family Guy skit where he's like hitting on a woman at a bar.
Watchmen.
And he's
That's what he
Watchmen.
was in. He played Rorschach in Watchmen.
And he's just like, yo, I'm famous. I was in movies. And they're like, oh, what did you play? And he goes, you ever see like these movies in a row? He's just like, I played the serial killer, the child molester, and the child killing serial molester.
yeah.
Yeah.
He always plays.
But that literally was
always
his,
plays somebody
like
screwed
that's
up.
his filmography. That's what he plays.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Let's see. Bad News Bears. Let's see what's film. I'll let you know in a second because it's further down the list.
Was
here.
he in the original Bad News Bears in the 70s?
I want to see if it's the same because I always
Dude,
thought
like
that
fucking
guy that was.
Tanner?
It's the guy who never wears a shirt.
What year was Bad News Bears?
I was like 70s.
7? Like, I don't know.
Yep, Bad News Bears in Breaking.
He was the dude on
He
the dirt
played
bike.
Kelly Leak
Kelly,
in the
yeah, he was
Bad News
Kelly,
Bears.
and I
What year?
knew it.
So
76,
satisfying.
and then the Bad News Bears in Breaking Training. I don't know what that
Whatever.
is.
He was the dirt
also-
bike. He smoked the cigarettes.
Yeah.
He was the
Was there a
beast.
Bad News Bears goes to Japan? Was that like
Yeah.
a straight to video? I don't remember that one. It was on Love Boat too.
Sorry for that.
He was a dude
Perfect.
jacking off in the corner.
Is that what he's credited as in IMDb? Yeah. Dude jacking off
Yeah,
in the corner.
dude. Corner jerker.
All right, so the police chief, he $387,000 are up there. According to the Delco Times, who went to the meetings were full. People are all the way out in the hallway and pretty hyped with people shouting, "Keep Chief Chachi," and a lot hooting, hollering. Yaden is a black majority town, and according to Delco Times, it sounds like a big chunk of the community, both black and white, were actually there to support him, likes him for all he's done actually for the community, like ignore the money or whatever. The chief is doubling down, and maybe not his own words, but there's a Change.org thing, of course, alleging that the new council wants him out because he's white, and that adds a whole new thing.
Yes.
Tough to tell because there is also a bill for $387,000, and the $387,000 is not like a budget deficit. It's actually a fine from the Fraternal Order of Police because they had been warned to cut down on what they were doing, and they didn't, and they exceeded their hours and violated a provision of the union's collective bargaining agreement. He states that it needed to be done because of COVID, shorthandages from COVID, the civil unrest last year, and whatnot. How do you feel about that?
Listen, this case around, it's like I can't. This was like the last one was directly racist. I think we pointed that out. It's just overtly racist. This one, it's like, what was that?
That's Charlie's, I think.
Yeah, this question is. I was going to wait for just to get past this, but yes, the answer to your question, Speedy Racer, was the original Charlie's location on 420 in Baltimore Pike.
Where?
Where the tire store is, or something, tires, etc., or something like that.
T-Mobile for a while.
T-Mobile at one point, right? If you're on the corner, 420.
Yeah, I know
Baltimore
exactly
Pike.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only one I can remember.
That was Charlie's before Charlie's moved to up the street. Then now, of course, around the corner from here. But yeah, the answer to your question was Charlie's.
Could have also said Bennigan's.
No, well, not
We would've
420.
accepted Bennigan's.
420 is Baltimore Pike.
I just wanted to say Bennigan's.
I'm glad you did.
No, that was not it. But no, I mean, with this one, it's like, is he just saying he's using that as a defense for him? Not like, don't worry about the money situation.
Right.
It's a race situation. Like, is that more of him trying to hide behind
So
it?
there are.
And I know this guy. I've met him before. He is a decent dude. I've never had an issue with him myself.
There's elements that that play into it. Apparently, the town council just renewed their seats after the election, and it was a big shift in the race of individuals that were on the team. It is a primarily black one, and they offered a subordinate of his who is also black his position beforehand, because they offered him a 3-month pension payout or whatever, a severance package if he just resigned, and he said no. So there's things that if you want to throw race into there, but there's still also, because the next story we're going to get into, there's got to be financial accountability from budgets around here. There's still $387,000 with a warning to have not done that.
Yeah.
It could be for that. I don't know.
Yeah. So he was asking on the other corner, which was on where Strawbridge is, and now it's Target.
Could have been.
Where I guess where Chipotle is now.
It was
a gas station.
Bennigan's.
It's a Krispy Kreme.
It was a Krispy Kreme at one point.
Yeah, before that it was a
gas
Bennigan's.
station.
what was that?
Oh no, Krispy Kreme is where Chick-fil-A is now.
Yeah, that's.
But they're on the direct corner was a gas station for many years before. Before Chipotle was there. I don't know what was before that. So I have to look that up.
Talking way before Krispy Kreme.
I'm sorry. What was the last question? I was trying to answer. This
I
question.
forget.
So
Is dude screwed in Yaden?
I want donuts now.
yeah.
Yaden.
Is he screwed in
Is
the
he
Yaden?
screwed? He done? He gone?
Because he said this, you think?
No, I don't think because
Or because of the
that.
budget, the money situation?
The things were already in place, and they are saying, $387,000 is a lot, especially for a small community to have to pay.
Yeah.
And we'll get it.
Can you go free agent style? Do police chiefs go, can he go to another township?
I
or
think they
you
borough?
can get hired. You can get hired.
Like a free agent?
Do you bring your debt?
you get hired.
Yeah, I mean, he went from he was apparently an Upper Darby cop for a long
Yeah.
time, like almost 30 years.
Oh, he was the guy who ran their Twitter for a while. Remember, we used to get some good tweets.
Wasn't that Officer Madonna? Who
I think
became
both of them did it.
Oh.
Yeah,
shit.
I think both of them, because Madonna went to
Prospect Park. He was definitely like the
because he
dude who ran
got
it.
he got sworn in the day before one of the Delco days. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the one Delco day. There was no police chief,
yeah, because he just
and
got,
we took
yeah, there was
advantage of that and just ran wild.
Yeah.
Man, we should invite him on.
We've interviewed him.
We've had
before.
Madonna on the
This-
phone.
Oh,
not Chachi.
Chachi.
Actually, we might have had Chachi if I think back far enough, because we've had Chachi. I mean, we've had Madonna because we interviewed him about the Twitter, like how people respond to.
And
it.
he was the first cop to graduate Marine sniper school or some shit.
we had him on for
Yeah.
that. He went to some training in Florida or something like that.
Quantico, Virginia.
Quantico, okay, yeah.
Cost
The FBI.
$387,000.
He's the first cop to pass the FBI sniper training or something. It was pretty cool. Nice dude. Funny dude.
Who,
Funny
Madonna?
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good with social media. I don't know.
Bad with money.
So, do we want to go into more bad with money?
Yeah.
So Holbrook's going to show his bank account.
Oh my God.
Here's his bank statements
Dude.
for the last 2 years.
Oh my
He's
God.
like, this is my own intervention.
I just got
He set up
my.
his own. He can't afford his own intervention.
I told you, every time I sit down for a fantasy draft and I just walk into a room with like all my friends sitting there with like papers in their hands, sitting in a circle, I'm just like, there it is, another intervention. If I don't listen
One
to my
day.
family, and I'm gonna listen to you.
What does it make you feel that you haven't gotten that intervention yet?
I have had an intervention.
Well, recently.
They've.
What was the most recent intervention you had?
Have you guys started planning your 20-year Falcon Center reunion?
It is coming up.
Yeah, dude. We should do something for it. Do you remember the day you got out of the Falcon Center?
It was sometime in March.
We should have a fucking 20th. We should have an 18th, 19th, and 20th anniversary of it.
Everybody should meet on the
coming
corner
up.
and
Yeah.
suck each other's dick for coke.
Yeah, we all booth fucking benzos and fucking run rampant.
Harry's like, this does not sound like a good idea to me at all.
But we're not
Threaten me
boofing
with a
something?
Busy that day. Busy.
You can soak yours. It's different.
Thank you.
Upper Darby narrowly avoids a government shutdown amid claims of missing American Rescue Plan funds.
Uh-oh.
So here's why it comes
So
down.
another area not too far from each other that funds are missing and shutdowns are about to happen.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, like 387,000.
Can you tell me that one of the quotes in this article said, "But goats are expensive"?
Oh. There's a great quote in here, actually, from like
Okay.
But the
just a regular
trash is too
resident.
heavy.
The fucking goat. Dude, remember that shit when they couldn't pick up the trash when we had goats?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck that noise.
Or the
dude.
landscapers were out of work, but they hired goats for like 20 grand.
The goats was literally the dumbest shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. I went down there and I was like, I'm gonna make a video. What is this peaceful pseudo dill?
No,
Oh, daughter-in-law.
My pseudo daughter-in-law. I was afraid you were going to say something else there for my pseudo dill. Yeah.
The goats, they paid $22,000. We didn't know how much they cost at first.
Yeah, then we already figured out how many like landscapers we could have hired for.
And then they had the landscapers with them. The goats were just sitting there being fucking stupid goats, not doing anything.
They're like chewing the same grass for like 4 hours, not
and they're
getting anything done.
like, the logic is that the goats will eat and then shit and fertilize it, and then it's just like, then you got, but you have like
that
9
is the
people
biggest
watching
load
them.
of hippie horse shit I've ever heard in my
That
life.
was
You
just
know how
George
fucking-
Soros getting fucking PETA ready or fucking Euros ready.
The range that they had, like Reese Hoskins could have covered more area than that shit. It was like a fucking 30 square foot radius with like 9 people watching fucking 8 goats that were also landscapers that could have, as a former landscaper, gotten that entire park done in half an afternoon. But they did 3 days of keeping fucking stupid goats out there, and there's no plan on making your money back on it. It made no fucking sense.
Other than that,
Fuck those goats!
fuck yo goat.
Fuck yo goats.
Anyway.
So the people who spent $22,000 on goats like 4 years in a row.
We're wondering why there's a budget issue.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Goat fuckers.
Goat fuckers.
So Upper Darby's 86,000 residents that pay taxes there and shit, and they were awarded $20.8 million in federal COVID-19 relief funds. That is, there's an algorithm to that and all that shit. That's why I'm saying 387,000 missing out. Yayton's huge because it's a small town. This is a very large town, and they're missing, whatever.
Yayton.
The UD budget was literally approaching zero, and they wouldn't have been able to pay township employees, which is like sanitation workers, firefighters,
Not
cops,
great.
courthouses, libraries. What's up?
Said fucking sanitation. So Clifton Heights is like trash goes through Upper Darby, right?
Well, technically, it's private now. Used to be ran.
They're called citizens. They're not called trash.
It's just
I'm kidding, Clifton
right
Heights.
there.
He's
no,
not
because they never
but he
they
is.
they
He's
never
not.
take my trash, and I got a letter like, well, your trash is too heavy.
Well, so
And
that's
I'm like, it fucking rained.
the trash
dude.
is a
Whose
private
fault's that?
company which they hire now to do. Before, yes, there
Okay.
used to be a Clifton garbage company, and then they would just pay to dump it somewhere, like a dump, wherever. And then Upper Darby had their own, but now it is privately ran. I don't know if it's the same people, if it's the same company, so it's not Clifton Heights employees like it used to be.
Oh, really? That's beat. Well, yeah, they suck at their job. I should do better. They
Stop
never take.
insulting-
Fire a fucking goat.
No, that I have 4 weeks worth of
Should we give him
recycling
his
sitting out there
address?
because like,
So
oh,
they
it's
know-
Yes.
Here's
Yes.
his address.
All right.
230 Gramercy Gramercy Drive.
So they ran out of money
Never
and
showed
couldn't pay again, just like they couldn't back in the summer when all the trash was piling up.
Yeah.
The township then voted 10-1 to use $6 million of the $20.8 million to keep payroll, going for the time being. To
That's a
avoid
good idea.
shutdown. Yeah, but here's the problem: that's not what the $20.8 million is allotted for. That was allotted for financial losses. So essentially, touching this is not a good thing to do.
So hold on. So they had losses.
Yeah.
The money was there for losses, so they should have used it for the losses. Am I gathering this information correctly?
You are at this point
Okay.
until I read the WHYY article, which was actually better
Oh, there's a shock.
than the Delco Times one.
See, these guys don't understand. Here's is.
So here's the problem. here's why, Al. That logic means that they took the $6 million out of the
WHYY.
$6 million. The $6
Sorry,
million-
guys. The busy's going straight to my head.
The $6 million that they use the $6 million for is because $6 million is missing in general. It's not like there was like a deficit or anything. There's literally just $6
So
million
there's $6 million
missing
on
in
the books
first
they
place.
can't account for.
And then it gets more convoluted. No one has any idea why or how this fucking money, went or where or anything. The mayor has stated, so this is where it gets sneaky.
the mayor is where it gets sneaky.
Well, you'll see.
Should I bring up the picture?
I am the mayor.
I am the mayor.
Stink, stank, C word.
The mayor stated that they are opening an independent review checking over the last few fiscal months to see where the discrepancy is in the missing money.
Hold on, pause for a second.
It gets worse.
Hold on, I just want to ask a question. I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you read to us. So the people who are missing the money are independently looking to find out why the
Can't
money's
find it.
missing. Keep
No
going.
idea where
It gets
is.
weirder.
Okay.
This is like when someone steals
Do they
something
do
out
the
of your car
goats
and
do the
helps you look
accounting?
for it.
Is it like goats with calculators? Please
You
tell me.
will learn a lot about
Goats with
the
calculators.
terrible. You will learn a lot about your local governments in the next 2 minutes.
Boy.
She stated that her office has nothing to hide, Township Treasurer David Heyman announced on February 2nd that when looking into Upper Darby has 45 independent bank accounts that the township uses. 6.3 overall was missing from the 20.8 million overall. The problem is that was all dispersed between 45 accounts. And
45 accounts
with no documentation of where and how much was put into each.
Isn't that just like money laundering and racketeering at its finest? Like having 45 accounts with no accounting for what's in there and why?
I thought that until I saw an episode of American Greed literally last night where they actually talked about this, and this is a thing. But remember, I was watching an episode of American Greed where they were talking about someone who literally abused this system and profited like 53
well, you just keep,
million.
It's like it's the shell game. You move it around so nobody knows where it goes, doesn't have an idea, and there's no tracking of it.
And you also just sign off on people who are allowed to deposit and withdraw.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not documenting in and out, like even with like a log of whatever, it gets a little iffy. 6 million can come out in different things. Maybe 22,000 for goats.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a few.
What was the line from Independence Day? What do you think they spent $12,000 for a hammer?
Yep.
$20,000 for a toilet seat?
$20,000 for a toilet seat?
Yeah.
Yes. It was noted that there is no to little organization with the 11 mainly used accounts out of the 45. They have no idea if this 6 million is commingled, missing, stolen, allocated with other accounts in odd amounts, or assigned to unrelated causes. Heyman stated, "I'm not accusing anyone of anything,
but
he doesn't want to get murdered by George Soros. Let's start with that. But where is this 6.3 million? Accounts?
Isn't that what wait? He's the treasurer, correct?
You'll hear what happens to him.
But no, I'm just saying. But he is the treasurer, correct?
He quit as soon as he said it.
Oh, so he goes, we don't know where the money is. They need to find it.
Out.
Oh, and by the way,
I'm
peace out, motherfucker. I'm out.
A council member stated that Upper Darby was told repeatedly to keep this grant in its own account so it would be specifically used for its sole purpose, and says there needs to be responsibility. Several other council people state that they believe the money is still there.
Uh-huh.
WHY
A little
analyst,
wishful thinking goes a long way around here.
a WHYY analyst states that this is all due to serious lack of communication and complete inexperience of the staff to know financial procedures. Gary Marin, the former finance director who literally resigned over frustration of this right beforehand, wrote a scathing letter saying this is just the first of many things that will come out, and that UD is a $90 million a year enterprise that is financially run worse than a Kool-Aid stand. A resident, Kyle McIntyre,
Pretty spot on, though. That makes sense.
A resident, Kyle McIntyre, showed up to the meeting and yelled, "I'm 23 fucking years old. Why do I have to come here and tell people twice my age how to handle money?" Which they retorted with, "Watch it."
Watch it, Sonny.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Disaster?
Oh, huge.
Disaster?
It is shocking that all the government stuff, in the last couple of years, all the stuff that's happened with government and people blaming who here and that and all this stuff, that they get away with. Like they said, it's $6 million, and I literally, with you telling me what happened, I didn't read that one. I'll let you kind of tell me free. I figured out it was a shell game in about 10 seconds. And I am not an accountant in any which way. So people are getting paid off. $6 million went to pay off people.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right there. I will tell you, if you want to find $6 million, you can shuffle through 45 accounts all you want. It's in 200 and some other people's different pockets.
Yeah.
Especially George Soros.
I literally watched. It was so fitting that after the Olympics, an episode of fucking American Greed came on. It was about Dixon, Illinois, and it was the exact same thing. And
porno.
Dixon, Illinois.
Dixon, Illinois. I know.
But
I know her.
they explained
Dixon
how
comes up
I knew a girl
short.
named Illinois once.
one of the treasurers was given the ability to sign and do all the financial stuff. One of many. And she created her own account that looked like one, ran parallel to it, had no oversight, and she was stealing things and depositing everything. And no one noticed. They had to start cutting funding and all that shit, and no one noticed. And it's kind of similar to Upper Darby, where this could have been a long-term person. This person did it for 23 years. And when they started, they were stealing about, $50,000 a year, $50,000 a year, whatever. But then the town started getting more popular and got, more businesses and all this shit. So their income was going up So she was still stealing the same and just like skipping the top. So as they're
she's just
making more
taking enough
money,
for it not to be
looks
noticed.
like they were making the same amount of money every year. Nothing was
Yeah.
shady, but she was stealing all the shit on top.
Yeah, she was taking the excess.
Yes,
It's like that scheme where they take the cents,
Yes.
at the accounts, but you do
Yes.
it over a long time, over a lot of people, it adds up.
So do you think the money's gone?
Oh, it's
never come
It's
back.
been
Long
used.
gone.
It's been used for shady shit.
Do you think that we will ever see it again?
No,
No.
we were never going to see it to begin with. Holbrook,
gone.
you're not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
I know, but you know what I would
No.
like to see it? Use on some fucking tar for the potholes
More
on
goats.
Westchester Pike.
Yeah.
More
No.
goats.
Or donated to
Morgan.
whatever our cause is for Delco Day. this
Fucking
year.
right.
But no, I mean, and the funny thing is this is going to be so swept under the rug in about probably already. Like,
Every story does.
no, but like that's my thing is like it's $6 million. Like if a guy who worked at McDonald's register was short $60, he'd
Yeah.
be fired on the spot. On the spot.
$60, dude. Sometimes you're short like $5. They start asking.
Yeah,
for
well,
more.
bank.
Yeah.
If you miss, you're off a couple quarters. You're in trouble.
I mean, literally, you just
Yeah.
handle money all day. You should.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
be spot on. But
But here's my thing: is if you're not sure where the money is, there's these newfangled things called computers, and these computers have like apps on them, and
like
then these-
Snapchat, Instagrammers.
yes, these computers with their
I see
apps.
some snappers.
They use these things called spreadsheets. Databases.
Sounds kinky.
Yeah, I know. Like
I'm
it's like
interested.
I was
Attention.
blown away when I first heard about it in 1984. So like I'm hoping these guys can catch up with
Tell
it.
me about formulas, Daddy.
Oh yes,
My favorite are the and ifs.
yeah. The what ifs. Yeah.
No,
No,
and
you
ifs,
want
yeah.
to get
That
turned
gets me
on.
hard. Yeah.
Start talking concatenate.
Oh,
Oh, good old concatenate.
Concatenate.
Yup.
I like using when somebody tries.
It's when you merge the two cells into one, but the material stays.
Correct.
at work, I like to
Jack.
when somebody tells me they're going to
Jack.
show me something, I'm like, inculcate me.
Oh.
Inculcate me. People are like,
I-
oh my God,
I-
what does that mean? I'm like, it means teach me.
I use Excel
Didn't know
all
that.
fucking day.
Right.
What was I
Excel.
going to say? Oh, so I learned last night from the one episode of American Greed I've ever seen was that actually you can sue the banks if they kind of had any inkling about this because they're technically mismanaging.
yeah. Well, good luck.
Dig 'em the frog.
Maybe the Upper Darby's going to erect a gold statue of Diggum.
Oh,
the
that's a
Frog.
Family Guy reference,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. They already got goats. I swear to God, if it comes down to the goats, we're part of this whole fucking like scheme. I'm
All right, so here's a guy who actually
like
who has.
we have to call Alex Jones to be like, yo, we've got a conspiracy theory.
So here we go. Here's John Kane. The FDIC insures each amount up to $250,000.
Yeah.
When you have millions, they should have multiple accounts. Okay,
Yeah,
so that
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah, makes sense.
So that makes sense. That's why there's multiple accounts.
Fine.
Okay,
Makes
if
sense.
You put millions in one account, blah blah. I get that. Okay,
That
Biz-
is true.
So I know. All right, so that's true. I know that. Like I know,
Yeah.
like if you take out or transfer more than what 10,000 or something, they hit, like
I don't know.
You have to like
got
report
30
it or
bucks.
some shit like that. But and he's right. Like so he's okay. So that understands.
That
but
makes
if
sense.
you have to open 45 accounts, okay,
Makes sense.
why are we not being kept track of though? Like
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
the inventory of it's terrible.
like you have a spreadsheet goes, okay, we open up this new account, we took $1 million from here and put it into this account.
Yeah.
And then if you use it or put money into that account, you have the green button and the red button. It shows your profits and your losses.
You know what it kind of reminds me of, Al?
I believe Upper Darby High School teaches this.
You know what it reminds me of? You know, if you have 45 accounts and even one's like a little wonky,
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of broken windows, broken dreams.
Of course.
I hate you.
Of course.
I hate this guy.
Oscar buzz.
Yeah, let's do a little Oscar buzz.
You know that Delco loves the Oscars. I mean, we had Silver Linings Playbook, and
Did-
Jennifer Lawrence won an award for literally playing a Delconian.
Didn't we live chat the Oscars years ago? Oh no, that was the Academy. Or the,
That was the
the,
fucking
Super
yeah.
Bowl?
What was it?
Nah, some-
not the Academy Award.
The music, the Grammys,
The Grammys,
the Grammys,
yes.
and you said you wanted to shoot Adele in the dick.
Yes.
Well,
Me.
Do you hate her less now that she's not fat anymore?
No, I hate her more.
She's a sellout now.
No,
She should have been more comfortable in her body.
No,
Pussy.
No, it's not that. It's because she still acts the same way. So it's
She's still an ex-fat.
no. She still acts like a piece of human garbage.
She still acts like a
fat
woman.
human piece of work.
Kanye either.
You just say,
Sad.
oh god. But
Oh,
That's why I hate her.
so this is one article that like came out on I don't know Delco Times or something, and then like a million other places picked it up. And I mean, I'm not gonna. I love this story, but I
hits.
kind of feel this was an absolute long shot for what the article was trying to hint at. The articles, because they basically just copied each other.
You mean the title of the story was a long shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like all the articles kind of went with the theory, and then if you do a little digging, you go, what?
Little Dig'em.
So the thing was like this movie about Delaware County really hopes to get an Oscar, like a nod for the Oscars. You know how they announce them at like 5 a.m. on like a random Thursday, like a month beforehand. Mm-hmm. So they ran this like a day or two beforehand. It was like they really hope they have an Oscar nod. They really hope they get the Oscar nod. And I'm like, I've never heard of this movie. And then I start looking it up. I'm like, this doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. Then I look up a list of all like 900 movies submitted to the Oscar committee. It wasn't even submitted. So how's it going to get a nod? But anyway, it's a nice story.
Okay.
The movie's called Ageless Love. It was written by Upper Darby native Joshua Coates.
Okay.
It was shot in Swarthmore, Media, Bryn Mawr,
Boo.
and Atlantic City.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's
You lost me at Swath.
I can't say the S word without wanting to just,
Scream.
pun a goat.
I took a big swath more before I got here.
Yeah, we saw the picture. Thanks, a-hole.
Yeah. Nice steamy
By the
yellow
way, Prophet's
Swarthmore.
been banned from our instant messenger for 30 days. I snoozed his shit pics.
Good. I call that Old Faithful. It was bubbling.
Oh
my God.
Stop.
Super Bowl fallout.
Yeah, dude.
No, it's something
Super Bowl
fell
fall
out.
in, dude.
Yeah, something fell out, but keep going.
Is based on the true story of Yale Schwartz, who lost his wife in 1997. They were married for 28 years, and they lived in Media the whole time. Yale was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer and reached out to the director, Joshua Coates, to tell a story. I watched the trailer. There's 2 trailers. I watched them both. The fucking accents like makes like Kate Winslet like look like
Are they spot on or they're so far off?
they of course like pronounce it daughter
Okay.
like a daughter water. They go over the top with it, but it gets weirder because I did.
Sorry, John. We don't like nothing wrong with your wife. We just don't like Swarthmore.
Yeah, she's one of the only few we like.
Yeah.
We don't hate the people of Swarthmore. We just hate the idea of Swarthmore.
We just hit the Swathmore.
I don't even hate the idea of Swarthmore.
I don't like a circle.
I don't like the fucking circle. That's what it comes down to.
Let's not pedal back now, okay? Let's not pedal back on our disdain.
We don't
Prof,
like the
I'm
one that said
expecting you
Headstrong
to
has
step
to
in
move.
here.
And then we
Fuck
can
We
Swarthmore.
love you, John. Come on.
Yeah.
It's all right. My wife's from Kyle
fucking-
Wynn, so we get it. Keep going.
Yay!
All right, Yale was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. He was an old man, but he reached out to Coates to tell his story. The freaking accents. The movie is literally about a dude who's young. He's young. I don't know his exact age. They don't say it in that, but he's like early 20s.
I could try pulling up this.
I wouldn't. There's some sounds in it, and like I don't know. Just I can explain it.
There's some
sound. There's some sound. I don't want to get. I don't want like a whole
Is it
episode.
sounds in their trailer?
Is there Prophet in the background? Ripping ass.
I just always get nervous on that because I don't want like YouTube to literally flag shit.
Dude, if
over,
there's
like,
no
a-
IMDb,
wow.
YouTube is not going to hit us. We're doing them a favor.
I
by
saw the
playing.
trailer on YouTube. If they have like a copyright claim,
Do they?
they could.
You have to claim it though. If you don't have an IMDb,
We're sitting here talking about it. I'm sure they're gonna be listening.
What's the name of the movie again?
Ageless Love.
Making money off
of it. We're just it's a
So the plot is the dude is young.
Not
It's
yet.
late. It's he's yearning after a very very attractive 40-year-old with 5 kids.
Oh my God!
He
Is his
starts.
name Al?
Is this true? Oh, okay.
He starts hitting on her and says like, "I'm trying to date your daughter." And then he goes up to her and goes, "I'd like to buy a love potion."
Dude, is it like? Is it to try? Is it just like so bad? Like they overdo it?
It's a lot.
Okay.
They are a Jewish couple that fought against the social norms of the late '60s. You would think that would mean like, fucking against like pro civil rights and shit. But it's actually just about the age difference and all that shit. Filming was rushed, and an advance copy was shown to Schwartz before he died. It did not receive a nomination, and also doesn't have Wikipedia. It does, however, carry an 8.8 out of 10 on IMDb. It stars Nicholas Runfulu as Yale Schwartz. I don't know who that is. Elizabeth Campanegro, who I don't know, as Nina Limish.
I know. I actually know. Her.
I know. I will explain who they are.
Yeah. I
And
know
Val
her.
McAdoo as Shirley Shapiro.
Yeah.
There's no
They're from
Wikipedias on
Briarcliff.
any of them, but Runflo was in a movie called Game Day 2021, which is about a family watching the Eagles play the Cowboys. Campanegro was in a movie called Rain Over You.
Cabernet, I think is the
It's
name.
about a crime in media where a college student goes missing, and McAdoo was also in Game Day, and she kind of looks like Headstrong Jen. She was also in a movie called Hollywood, Would, which is the Eric Roberts movie that filmed at Coco's in Clifton Heights.
Okay.
They are all essentially from this area, and Coates directed Hollywood as well. So we do have another local director in our realms around here. And he seems to use the same actors and actresses. I'll tell you what, Aegis Love didn't look that fucking bad. The cinematography in it was great.
I could play it if you want to.
Play it.
There's only 4,500 views on it. On a page that has 370 subscribers. So.
I'm literally not knocking.
I'm sure this movie's copyrighted. Don't get me wrong.
I'm just not knocking the whole concept of it. But literally, the articles were just like, they hope that they get the call, like that they're going. It's basically like at the MLB draft.
Yeah,
where every time I watch it, I go, I hope I get the call.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't submit my name. Like, I'm not listening.
Is it like people go, man, I hope I win a lottery one day, but never buy a ticket?
Like, I'm sure it's a great movie.
Maybe the wrong number. Maybe if they dial the wrong number.
It seems like if they went to like a smaller, like a Tribeca kind of thing, got it more greenlit to make it more mainstream or whatever.
Yeah.
But
What's the
you
the
can't
main
win something you don't
character's name?
enter. What?
You said the main character's name is Yale.
Yeah.
Is it spelled Yael?
No, that's like the adopted one I have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no.
what I was gonna say.
No, it's Yale, like the college.
Yale Ave. There's a Yale Ave.
There is.
There's a
my,
Yale
my,
Ave.
in Morton and Swarthmore. Yeah, my grandmother lives on that street.
Remember the pandemic when I took an online class at Yale?
Your grandma
Yeah.
lives in Swarthmore?
Well,
You're a
Morton.
Yale graduate.
I have a
Um,
94 at Yale.
That's a fine line there. Morton and Swarthmore.
Yep, there's a
Fine
fine line.
line.
Believe
Fine line
me,
between
told her if she
Morton
moved
and
down the street, I'd probably have to disown her. She's well aware of that. She's well aware.
Hey, if you do better for yourself, I don't like you anymore.
we don't, that doesn't fly with our town.
Yeah.
Are you going to play the...
Just give me a moment to pull it up here.
Okay.
So you want to watch it from the trailer? Look good?
Yeah, it's only like a 2-minute, like... The one I saw was only like 2 minutes, like 10 seconds or something. It's done well. The cinematography
Do you have any
is really
fucking love
good.
potions? Is
Yeah.
it better than
They
Last
say that
Call?
phrase. They literally say that phrase.
Is it better than Last Call?
Oh,
From what you see.
yeah.
So, do they actually take one movie synopsis and just move it the whole way through
one-
instead of
the one
chopping
girl
it
does
and
QVC,
just mashing
right?
it, just mashing it together?
No, they
think
literally
so.
tell you a plot. And like Last Call didn't have a plot.
Oh, they don't have pieces of the different movies and they just mash together.
They apparently they
Last
stick
Call-
with the same names for characters through the whole movie.
Oh yeah, okay.
Last Call is a movie they made so they can put it, like, show it on planes in, like, Asian-speaking countries.
That's what he said.
So yeah, when I said I knew the girl, by the way, I know her husband. I went to high school with him.
Oh, here's
we used to
Al.
go. We
I
used to
know
call
all
him
these
Cap.
movie stars.
That's what I'm saying. So I know movie stars. Yeah.
Who do you know? Oh, you know.
The girls, the guy, Cabernet. I went to school with her husband. Yeah.
I know a movie star.
Do you know Val McAdoo?
No.
Oh, she looks like Headstrong Jen, so you know I'm all about that.
Yeah, I saw the table move.
Val
Is it-
McAdoo. What a
Is
cool name.
Headstrong Jen also
Yeah.
handbags, or is that a different
Yeah.
Jen?
Which bags?
Is she also handbags?
No, that's a
No,
different-
handbags is different.
That's a different one. All right, you guys want me to play this?
Yeah, go for it.
Keep your handbags.
This
Right.
one, hold on. I just want to make sure I'm looking at the right one.
Yeah.
This one is saying it's 4.5 minutes long.
About Jewish love.
Is
Four
it-
and a half minutes
It's
long.
4.5 minutes long. Is that about right?
That's a
The
long
one I saw.
trailer.
Yeah, I did watch. two of
Ages
them.
Love 2021 official trailer in 4K.
Fucking do it.
Straight porn.
Fuck it.
I can turn our mics down. Hold on.
Then what's real love? And how do I know if I found it?
When you can't live without her.
I can't stand this. Any problem we'd have to face, I'd rather face it than face a life without Nina. I get it. This is true love. Don't make me explain it now, but I have to tell you this. I love you, I will find a way for us to live our lives together. But how do I proceed?
Damn it. Who am I kidding? I'm no writer. I've been trying to write the story of our courtship now for 10 years. All I know is it's a great story, a romantic comedy. And if it were made into a movie, I know just what it would look like.
Yo, come on. You know what I'm talking about. Nina. Husband, he died of the C word.
How did I let myself agree to this? I've seen Aunt Shirley's girlfriends. Let's just say I'm not interested.
Hey, you didn't have to beep. I think the whole neighborhood heard you.
Whoa. This might not be so bad after all.
The kids just lost their father a year before, and they looked at him like, what's going on here?
It's okay. Kids, can you say hello to Yale, please?
No, it's twice.
Kids, can you say hello to Yale, please?
I actually have 2 half-brothers. Would I be happy if either of them were dating someone so much older and have so many kids already? I would have been like, nah, you sit this one out, kid.
The moment I step out of this house, I whip out my wallet and I show them a picture of my 5 children. I want them to know right from the beginning, I come with attachments.
Yale was so taken by Nina that he just had to be a part of this woman's life.
5 kids? 1, 3, 4, 5? For real?
He was closer in age to my oldest sister than he was to my mother.
I'm curious to see recipes for a love potion.
A love potion?
Well, I hope so.
Everyone wants that man that just adores her, clearly.
You can connect with someone in such a way that at the end of the day, nothing else matters.
She probably didn't think that this younger man was going to be someone she'd spend the rest of her life with.
And the entire film taught me to let down the judgment and to love with open arms, without regrets and without doubts.
You just make sure you go see a psychiatrist before you ever marry her, because you're out of your mind.
I'm here, and I know what I want to do with my life. Will you marry me?
Yeah, are you out of your mind? I thought you were breaking up. Now, out of the blue, you come here and tell us you're getting married?
Please, just give me a second.
Take your ring and go.
Back here right now, Yale. Do you hear me, son? I want to talk to you.
Oh, Yale, I love you so much.
Family is family, and love is love, and this film projects exactly that.
Tell me you don't love me.
I'd like to crack your head open and pour some sense into it.
Coming soon.
I just noticed it. I just noticed it.
Yeah.
It's coming 2021. I guess it got delayed for the. Or no, it did come out in 2021.
I'm in,
Oscar-worthy?
dude.
Yeah.
I'm in. I want to watch it.
It's a winner.
Should we do a Wolf's Afternoon and
yeah, do that again. We have to
Wolves?
catch up. Was it Room 9? We haven't even watched that yet.
We got to catch up with Room 9, and we got to see Hollywood as well.
All right, so we got a
triple feature.
A triple feature at the studio.
Big fan.
Done.
Big fucking
Done.
fan.
As long as there's beer and pizza, I'm good.
Yale's dad looked.
That's the only reason I'll never leave the bucket.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll crack your head.
We'll crack your head. Pour some sense into it.
It's literally like the Jewish Godfather. Crack your head open. Shalom.
Oscar Wilde.
Yeah, you too. We did him a favor by playing it. You better not hit me with no copyright.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refund.
Why? Come on.
No, that's clever.
Cute.
Well done. Perfectly executed.
Fired. I'm fired. You guys want the January 6-10 committee or the fire extinguisher fucking battle of 2022?
What was the first one?
The January 6-10 committee, I called it.
Yes.
All right. I got a joke for you. This is real. I got a joke for you. A Chester resident, a Philly stripper, and a South Jersey BMW salesman storm into the Capitol.
Sounds like an afternoon.
Yeah. Lauren, I don't like using their names, but I will. Lawrence Stackhouse of Chester was part of the January 6th Capitol riots. He's from Chester.
It's Jerry.
No, not the
Stackhouse.
big one.
Oh, yeah.
Not the Sixer. No.
He was one of hundreds that went
Well, at
into.
least I don't think so.
I am probably going.
Yeah, maybe he is.
Just from looking at pictures, I don't think that they are blood related. No.
No. Okay.
No, he was one of the hundreds that went into Nancy Pelosi's office and was not associated with the laptop stealing, but he was in there. He stated originally that he had no regrets and fuck the government. Heard that.
Wow.
He was wearing a Proud Boys
Doubling
t-shirt.
down.
Not heard that. Not heard that. Not heard that.
Doubling down right
Yeah.
there.
Maybe that $6 million went to fucking help them get those sweet shaman outfits to break into the Capitol with.
Maybe.
He's wearing a Proud Boys shirt. If you don't know who they are.
That's Al's friends.
They're racist.
Nice.
By the way, I finally
racist.
By the way, I finally caught up on the most current season of Always Sunny, and the one
The opening where they redo 2020.
well, the tax one, where the tax they came to find out what they used their PPE money for.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Brilliant.
That was brilliant, and it all ties into that stuff.
But he got in trouble. He's wearing a Proud Boys shirt. They're jerks. You know, if you look them up, they're just just fucking
Just
assholes.
don't.
Don't talk bad about Al's friends like that.
He pleaded guilty to the misdemeanor of. I didn't even know this is a crime. He pleaded guilty to the misdemeanor of illegal parading, demonstrating, or picketing. So no,
Sounds awesome.
No illegal parades.
Butt parades.
He stated he's not actually a Proud Boy. He doesn't like what they're about, but he had the shirt.
Right.
On his trip there, he brought a Delilah stripper and a BMW salesman from Marlton.
As one
and
does.
And they tracked their,
Is it like that? Is it like the hot
Was he
Italian
trying
chick
to
from The
bait
Sopranos?
James Harden?
Wait, I get the stripper, but where does the other guy fit in? He had the.
Wait, is it a girl or a guy? BMW salesperson.
It's a guy. It's a guy.
Oh, okay, I thought maybe it was like the hot Italian chick from
Did
The
he
Sopranos.
He probably
Yeah, the
needed
one
a
that
ride
himself?
to get there,
Yeah.
right? Probably needed a BMW with dealer tags.
He's like, I couldn't afford the car, so I bought the guy that sells the car.
I went on a really long test drive.
Yeah.
I want to take the train.
I'm going to take this stripper for a test ride, so he has to come with me.
Hey, anarchy as a stripper to BMW sounds pretty cool until you throw in the racial connotations
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Was the
I mean,
stripper?
it is cool that he stayed on brand with the German car.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Was the stripper's name Illinois? It's
in
in Dixon,
Illinois.
They
Illinois.
fucking said her name and I didn't write it down. It was awesome.
Probably something like fucking chastity.
So it's cinnamon with
But
S-I-N.
It's like why why are we dealing with
Should've
this? Whatever. He got turned in because his coworkers had gotten angry that he talks politics at work all the time.
Facts.
Well,
They got pissed
hold
off
on.
about
Time
the
out.
feds.
Whoa,
Like, that's literally
that's
what happened.
All right, so
I had a-
hold on. So the guy's obviously not a genius. I'm just going to throw that out there. He's
That's-
not a genius.
Probably fair.
The fact that he had to bring a BMW, like I love how they have to know what this guy
Once
did.
again, we
Where'd he
said if
work?
it wasn't for the
That's
anarchy
what
and
did
the
he do?
fucking
Yeah.
racial
Yeah.
Where'd he
connotations
work?
to it, this is a cool day.
Yeah.
know
What
where
did
he
he
worked?
do?
This is
What's
riding
that?
around
What
with
did he do?
bitches.
What
and
did he do?
BMWs.
Yeah, like what the like.
Oh,
where,
they
what
fucking
do they do?
said it. They said they couldn't nail down exactly where he worked, but he was in like an office setting.
He worked at Golden Corral.
He was
No,
in
but
charge
like-
of the Puerto Rican table fights.
But this guy totally goes into work and talks politics to nauseum. And I can totally see, like, we got to do something about this guy. Oh, well, said he was part of the rock.
Yeah.
Turn him in.
What's his
let's
name?
turn him in. Jerry
Lawrence
Stecco.
Stackhouse.
Or Lawrence Stecco. I said
Dude, Larry
Jerry
Stackhouse.
Lawrence, can you make sure the steak gets out? Not now, man. I'm talking about politics.
Yeah. So I was storming the White House.
Right.
I had Tiffany on one side and Jeremy, the BMW sales guy, on the other side, and we were going balls to the wall crazy. I mean, woohoo, motherfucker!
Elvis.
They're
Always look like a no. Oh, for Obama.
like, listen, Larry, we need you out on the floor. There's two kinks in the air is fist fighting with tables. Like, no.
We need more chairs.
Lawrence.
Yo, there's a couple of never mind.
Lawrence, can you get them steaks
drop it
out?
now.
The crowd's getting restless.
I don't serve table 44. They ruined this country.
I'll storm table 4 like I stormed the White House with Tiffany and Jeremy, the BMW salesman.
Better sit those pussies at table 46. We don't fuck with 46 in this house. Do you think they're going to let him wear his wraparound sunglasses going to jail?
They have to.
He'll drive his own F-150 there.
BMW, but he crossed out the B because it's too much like Biden.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, this guy's a total tool. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Just based on this story, what I've gathered and made like my own forensic personality on this guy, I don't like him.
I like
It's
I
funny.
don't like this guy.
It's funny because he says nothing but good things about you, Al.
I know.
Then why are you on his birthday, Al?
Well, Tiffany's a hell of a good time. You know?
Tiffany.
By the way, if you're wondering, the fine in the federal fine, it is federal because it wasn't the capital. The federal fine for illegal parading is $50. Fine to 30.
But how about breaking and entering? Didn't he break in if he was in the office?
I feel like someone else beat and he just eat.
You can't prove that he broke it.
Yeah, that's a lot.
He
of that.
totally beat his L with Tiffany and Jeremy.
But that's bullshit.
Broken
Like,
windows.
how can they? Do they have? They have to have him on like film or something.
Oh, there's all
right?
these pictures, and that's why that's why the coworkers were just.
Oh, there's the picture.
They're looking for him. They're looking for him.
The picture in the newspaper is him there with a circle him in it.
That is the most fun. I mean, like I get you don't
Wait.
like people you work with, but ratting them out to the feds.
Feds?
That's like
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
next level.
If I had to deal with
there's at least
this,
2 people in this room, I would ride out to the feds just to get them out the fucking room. So I don't know
Thanks.
if I blame them.
I literally
Thanks.
wish I knew someone I could rat out to the feds.
Fortunately, I was logged in on Fortnite during the January 6th,
Yeah.
so I'm good.
I think also with you guys.
I was fragging 12-year-olds. It could have been me.
So $50 up to 30 years.
Storm with
That's
someone
quite a
else?
spread.
30 days.
So wait a minute.
Days,
So
okay,
this
for
guy
30
just got a
years.
$50 fine, so he gets to walk back into the Golden Corral
Yeah.
and have, which one of you assholes turned me, Tiffany, and Jeremy the BMW?
Which one of you
salesman
libtards
Yeah.
turned me?
You fucking dickheads don't have to worry about quinceañeras table fighting. It's a fucking mono right now.
I got the Bash Brothers here.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to deal with Tia and Tamara because it's sister up in this house.
Sister Fister.
I can't take credit for that. I saw someone yell that during an actual fucking fight in the last like
Fister Fister.
Stop.
Yeah, dude. No, fuck that dude.
So this guy had to go back to work and find out what these.
That had been awkward.
Well, that backfired.
Which one of you motherfuckers ratted me to the goddamn government?
You guys owe me $50.
Susie, I know it was you in accounting. I swear to God, you owe me $50. You got my Venmo, bitch.
No, he doesn't have Venmo because you can't hook your fucking your Donnie Dollars card up to it. Yeah. Dude, I had a Cash App card. I'm a scumbag. Yeah. I used Cash App as a bank for like 3 years.
That's.
I know a lot of kids these days who use Venmo as their bank account now.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Well, because they offer bank shit. That and like Cash App was go. You can file your
Well, you got a
taxes.
debit
need
card.
real
I'm like, it's
money.
not a real account, though, you dumbasses.
You don't need real money.
Yeah, dude, money's not real.
It's not real.
So
do you Venmo your rent? It's like, hey.
Shit, I wish.
No, I give my landlord like all small bills, like 5s and 10s.
Oh, I've done that. I went and like had to pay a big bill one time, and I
love
was
it.
pissed off about it because I shouldn't have had to do it. And I got it in the smallest bills and change I could get, and brought like a shoebox full of money. Just like, here, you son of a bitch.
I need to switch shifts on Thursday. I'm not working with Jenny. She ratted me out to the feds.
Yeah. That bitch owes me $50.
Last month I gave my landlord 120 $10 bills. And she was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, you said you like 10s, so here you go. Not enthused.
Love that.
Firefighter Wars of 2022?
No, I'm not done with this one.
Okay.
The one question I have about the whole story, and I know it's pretty fucked up, but this is the one question. Why did they have to know as the BMW salesman? Why couldn't it just be Steve? You know, like, why was he just the guy?
Because I was here.
Because it caught the way they wrote it caught our attention.
It did. Like,
Yes.
I'm like,
It
Really
sounds
good
like a
PR.
great story. But
Well, when you hear about a guy taking a BMW salesman and a stripper from Delilah's anywhere, you think they're going to go pick up James Harden?
I don't know. He wasn't here yet.
That's what I'm saying. That would be like if I was going to have bait. I'd be like, all right, cool.
it sounds like
Come to
super
Philadelphia.
interesting.
We
I
got
would love to know
fucking-
where this guy
so he's
works.
being some L's, not being some
Why
MWs.
the fuck is the people would rat him out? That's nuts.
Have the world's weirdest sensitivity training or team building exercise.
Honestly, I probably hit a point where they're like, oh, man,
April
that's kind of cool.
Fools!
Like,
So
yeah, like
he
everyone has
got
their
in
like.
the Pelosi's office.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah.
Was he like
There's like
hanging-
apparently
He was
hundreds of them
parading.
went in there.
Was
Yeah.
he
Yeah, but I need to
parading.
get that.
Legally
That's
parading.
breaking and entering or whatever you want to
Should've,
call it.
bag-
Like,
hopefully bag tagged her like chair or something.
like her arm.
Make it worth that $50.
Yeah. Just straight up fucking grundle greased all of the fucking like hand objects in the room.
handles and shit.
Yeah.
You had to
I
think that
hate
someone
that.
peed in there or took a shit in there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was here, but I totally would have.
Well, the one guy was.
well, yours wouldn't
bleeding
matter
in
because it
there,
would
I
get
think.
soaked up in the
Oh.
rug and never
On
been seen
purpose?
anyway.
I think he got
Wait,
woke
who?
up. There was a guy.
I don't
was
know.
One guy, and I think it was Pelosi's office, that was like bleeding. He was like sitting down. One of the videos that
Just
I
like
had seen
because he
from-
wanted to.
No, I guess he got cracked by either one of those
Rubber bullets or something.
Oh yeah, the rubber bullets. Oh, the beanbags. So you shoot you with the
some people
beanbag.
got fucked up.
I still think
Sure.
people should have been shot and killed. Yeah, they should all should have been dead.
died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you
It wasn't an intentional. Like I'm just gonna.
Yeah, but I
sit
mean, it's
here
one
and
thing
have
if you're
a
No,
bleed.
she got shot. A girl got
you're
shot.
protesting, but if you
Right, I mean,
break
this
in, you're
person
gonna get shot,
you were
right?
talking
This
about
guy.
Yeah, they all should have been murdered.
Spaz, I mean, like, wouldn't you expect to get shot if you break into a place, especially a government office?
Isn't that like what, like the defense for people loving their guns so they can shoot
I know, like,
people when they
Spaz,
can do
if 50 people ran in your living room right now, wouldn't you just unload on them
not
and then
sure
start
why
shooting?
I think if it wasn't that
I'm not sure what you're getting to. now.
If it wasn't that type of crowd and all that, I think that they actually probably would have fired back. But they're probably like, these dudes are nuts, and most of them are probably a little gun freaky
let 'em
and
shit on the
looking
floor.
for an opportunity for a gun
Let them
battle.
parade.
So
We have a shaman here, so
you just let
fucking.
them in there and fucking
them
do their
parade.
business and arrest them later. And then wait for their coworkers to rat them out.
Yeah. What a fucking. What a dickhead you really have to be for your coworkers. You're like, you know what?
Call the
That's what I
feds.
just keep thinking.
Well, that and there was like a
So
there was like
messed
a
up.
$50,000 reward per person.
Yeah.
So like, honestly, like, if,
I think it was only
That's
for
what
like
that
6
$6 million
people, though, wasn't it? Like, just the people who they
Okay.
had proof that he stole something.
okay. Either way, I'm like, yeah, listen,
Hey, what
I
are you
got
guys doing back there in the break room? We're knocking on Larry. Come on.
Yeah, dude.
There are definitely some people in that.
You will fucking hop in on this
hard,
Larry
but-
pool.
Yeah.
Honestly, where do you think this dude works though? Where it would be like,
Can you pull up the article?
No.
if the dude lives in Chester, I'm going to assume.
I wrote down all the
fact check
notes
it.
that you need.
We'll fact
It doesn't
check
say
it.
where he works. They're not going to fucking crucify him that bad.
They should have crucified me.
No, no,
dude.
here's,
He didn't do anything.
Here's why they didn't fucking put where he works. Because then you got all the wackos that are like supporting him and the Proud Boys and shit. They're going to go and start harassing that job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now
It's
all
a-
the people who work there, innocent or not from this, are now going to have to deal with the wrath.
Well, those,
Like, they're crazy.
those people who
True
who
fact.
narked on
True
them
fact.
deserve a lumping.
Yeah, there's certain things
I'm
that you don't
serious,
report out
dude.
of safety.
It's hilarious.
Like, remember we got in trouble for putting
No,
the
it's hilarious because I'm thinking what Prophet said. How much of a dildo you have to
Yes.
be? Than people
Right, like I'm thinking, like, all right, that dude's an asshole. He took off that week that I wanted, like, I wanted that week off, you know.
Yeah.
It's my kid's quinceañera and I can't go because of Larry.
It's like,
Makes you want to fight at Golden Corral.
yeah.
That guy took off.
Like, we can't have our
Okay.
quinceanera table fight because you're gonna go storm the fucking Capitol. I'll fix this shit
think
right
so.
now. You can't go. I can't go. Oh man, that's so awesome. Though. What a fucking.
I feel like there's like a
Piece of
scene.
shit.
He
In,
was just probably
Fucking piece
berating.
of shit.
He was probably berating everybody who voted for Biden.
yeah.
Probably what it was.
That's probably that dude's
He
comeback
can
every time
legally
he does something.
berate them, but he can't illegally parade them.
Yeah.
Difference.
I'm
He
saying,
can't
to people,
berate
That, you know,
I'm saying to people he worked with.
you
he
know
probably-
Larry's comeback every time somebody says something you don't like is like, "Would you
Let's
vote
go,
for Biden?"
Brandon.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Would you
I
vote
imagine he
for
works
Biden?
like a call center, and they're like trying to like sell fucking like Tommy Copper sleeves. And he's just like, let's go, Brandon. 45. Fuck you. It's like in their ear, and they're like, you know what, dude? What's the number for the fucking Fed hotline?
Somebody called the Fed.
Yeah.
Or like one of them drives down to
Hey,
Quantico,
Susie,
Virginia,
you
like,
need a
hey.
hookup for a BMW. I know a guy.
Yeah.
We stormed the Capitol together. It's great.
Yeah.
If you want your
Back.
BMW to smell like fucking
And,
hot twat and Skittles, I got the fucking perfect setup for you guys.
That actually sounds great.
Not
Yeah, dude.
terrible.
It was not like
I don't
those,
hate it.
or like those cum trees.
I guess you could just. I guess you just gotta smoke crack in hotel rooms and bang hookers, right? And then you won't get in trouble
Yeah.
if your dad's president.
That's it.
If your dad's president.
That's
Oh, good
all.
old Marion
That's all.
Barry, yeah.
I
dude.
mean, he
Ron
you know.
Ford.
I mean, isn't that like your first thing you do when you get
Yeah,
elected?
for a good time,
Everybody
in a long
I
time.
mean,
hookers and coke
And BMWs.
and BMWs. That dude was like, that dude was like in a suit, handing out his business card to every fucking freak in the crowd too.
Sure. Sure.
Oh, you all have
what
pickups?
do I gotta do to get you in a BMW
Yeah.
today?
What's
By the looks
Tiffany
of
got
you,
to
I'm
do to
assuming
get you in a
you'll have good
BMW today?
He's like fucking like doing an ocular pat down. He's like, everyone here is great credit.
Oh,
It's fucking.
they intentionally
Hand
mentioned the
these
dude
out.
being from Marlton because he was like one of the ringleaders of the people that like were supporting. Remember the gym in South Jersey that wouldn't close during the pandemic?
Atlas, yeah.
And was fighting Phil Murphy.
Oh, right.
He was
Fuck Phil
apparently
Murphy,
tied
too.
in with that crowd. So they, of course, wanted
Oh.
to include him in the story.
Oh, the BMW guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like he's like like a not just a regular guy. Who's just like I'm mad at the election. I'm
That
gonna go
dude,
down
that
there.
dude's
yeah.
were on Fox News a bunch. I saw
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
One dude's a monster.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's
That whole
fine.
fucking- that whole thing is just fucking. I'm still mad at this fucking piece of shit. How much
Ruined
of
your
a fucking,
quinceañera?
how much of a cocksucker do you have to be for your coworkers? Like my coworkers could fucking the Willows somebody, and I would not.
Jesus
Christ. And I would not care. First of all,
I
the girl
care
who got
about
killed's
that.
gonna be upset. She's not gonna hear this.
No,
no.
How much of a dickhead?
Don't do
Stop.
this.
Listen. I would turn you in for cold-blooded murder. Okay, let's just throw that out there.
Right. Okay,
all right. So, for instance,
parading.
if you were going to get something that gets you a fine, like say you never paid taxes for 20 years, I'm not going to call the feds on you. I know one day your ass is going to get, you're going to get in trouble.
You never had a coworker that just literally was just yapping about politics the whole time to the point where you're just like, I might do it.
A lot of them, yeah.
I might do it. I might just call.
Oh, dude,
You'd have to give them a warning, though. You talk about politics one more time, calling the feds.
You have to.
Give them a fair warning.
You know what was happening? He was showing pictures. So this is me. This is Tiff. See her huge rack? Fucking amazeballs.
And
he's
he's
just
like,
sitting there.
this is me fucking smearing my bag all over that slut Nancy fucking Pelosi's desk. She's gonna have to touch my fucking beanbag when she wants to type in her passwords.
We're trying to get back to the training there, Lawrence. See, and this is where Timothy tries to sell the dude the BMW, and he just
we got it, Stackhouse. There's a coup. Just fucking sit down.
If you don't
We're not doing tater tots this week. It's mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
The quinceañeras don't like tater tots.
If you don't like it, call the federal government, you fucks. Yeah. Well, did I feel stupid that day?
It's like, all right, cool. Everyone here has to take the 113 home. You guys can leave now because it's the last bus before midnight.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, Chester. 113 goes to Chester.
I know.
Yes, to the Chester Transportation Center, which is not even that scary after I went to the Walter Rand Transportation Center, which wasn't even that scary until I went to the DART headquarters. Spaz was there.
Oh, DART? Yeah, DART.
DART in Wilmington? Holy
You call it
shit.
DART because you want to run the opposite way. You want to dart in the other direction.
If you've ever thought SEPTA was rough public transportation, dude, NJ Transit has it beat, and then DART just
DART's the worst.
DART's just a bunch of fucking Larry Stackhouses driving things.
Jesus Christ.
Larry's on the bus, he pulls the microphone down. So, guys, me and Tiffany here. So we're sitting there and we're running into Pelosi's office, like, oh, woohoo and shit, and just having a good old fucking time.
Next stop, bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
This bus is making 45 stops in honor of number 45.
I'm rubbing my ball butter all over her head.
You guys got any extra fucking grundle grease for me?
Delco?
It's a Chester.
From Chester?
Yeah.
Next time she opens a letter, I shave my ball sack with the letter open.
I did not go look him up. Did you look him up?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's fine.
Yeah, I have so many questions.
I was too busy investigating another person in this area.
So
to get something wrong.
Robin Schwartz, Dorn Schwartz said something. He goes, what do I have to do to get you a BMW? I don't know. Maybe put a stripper in the back seat?
That's all it takes.
Done, Robin.
Done. Robin, you're a genius.
That's all it takes.
I get the paperwork right now.
You think 45's got a
Need a
fucking
pen?
BMW? That's why they did it?
I mean, I feel that he probably can buy a 45 or buy a BMW. Yeah, I assume he has
I
a
want
BMW.
so much more I want to know about this story.
How many strippers in the back seat?
Yeah, which I want to go to
Alive?
Delilah's. Can we go to
Was
Delilah's
this an alive
and walk
stripper?
around and find Tiffany?
And Delilah's is like, upper echelon, right? Gentlemen's club.
Compared to the other one. Yeah.
So it's not like,
She was selling some BMWs, you know that much that day.
Let's just walk in there and yell, "Let's go, Brandon!" and see the first one that throws a Hitler salute up.
Hi guys.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's her. That's her.
Wait a minute. I wonder if the
I'm Ivanka.
the erection happened. When did the erection happen?
The erection.
January 6th.
Yeah, but was it like a midday erection?
Midday.
Okay.
The erection or insurrection?
It was like in the afternoon, Wood.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if
Something's
it
out.
was like all night the night before. Because if it was a stripper, if they had to say it was a stripper, did she get up early to go for this? Like,
Ooh,
was it
maybe
like
she
a-
was the afternoon crowd.
Yeah, it's a day shift.
Yeah, like she, no,
Oh, he
or-
pu-
she
or did
probably
he
took
pull
off.
her
They say that they just
I'm
went on a fucking
leaving.
giant coke binge. They're just like,
That's-
"That's it. We're going to go
That's-
overthrow the government."
I'm leaving.
That's what I'm thinking.
And maybe
that almost makes it a million times better.
Or he didn't have the money to pay her. She's like, well, I'm not leaving your fucking side, so you pull the money out.
Give me the BMW.
Yeah.
we're going to Washington D.C., honey.
Because it's 3.5 hours,
Yeah.
right?
Could
3.5
Stop,
hours.
stop.
Could you
Not all
imagine
day.
being at the Falcon Center and having to explain why you're there and literally just going like, I got so drunk I woke up and I puked everywhere and, my TV was broken. I don't know where I was. Someone else goes like, I woke up, I shouldn't have drove, and I end up in jail. And the next person goes, I went to D.C. and tried to overthrow the government. There's videos of me shitting on Nancy Pelosi's keyboard. Like, oh, you win this battle.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm gonna sit back down.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but there's fucking brings up earlier. There's new Kid Rock songs.
Yeah.
That are fucking fantastic. If you are someone who would go to the insurrection,
If you've been arrested for
Imagine how
parading.
fucking-
It's a great soundtrack for insurrection.
Yeah, dude. Like the one thing is like, we the people, fuck Joe, or was it fuck Joe Biden? Let's go Brandon. And it's like,
That's
fuck
real
Dr.
lyric.
Fauci. Oh, dude, it's good. We the people.
It's genius.
Dude,
not
it's-
subtle.
Yeah, it's like fucking Kid Rock featuring Monster Truck. Is the man's name? And
He would
looks
spit that. He would spit it.
He looks
And
like Mr.
Monster Truck during the day sells BMWs.
No, dude, Monster Truck fucking sells like fucking O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Yeah.
This dude would be driving for Napa, but he had too many DUIs, so it's like, eh. Yo, it is fucking out motherfucking rageous.
I am going to steal that whole album tonight
Yeah.
illegally.
So I
you
want
not
to
heard
fucking
any
listen
of
to
it?
it. I'm pretty sure
No.
main track.
Hello,
Hearing
Kazaa.
for a
Holbrook is back.
Yeah. Hey, LimeWire.
So did he?
It's been a
Did
while.
he just go off the deep end? Like,
No, so he's.
I hope it was literally. I hope it was a fucking binge gone wrong.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm
That's
wondering.
a hilarious story.
I'm wondering if this guy's like
Kid Rock?
a
I'm
note,
saying,
like
is the
just
album good?
doesn't do anything, and this was like
I can't
the
imagine
greatest
it.
day of his life. Like that's what I'm thinking. This is the greatest day of this guy's life, and he just and he talked about it to nauseum, and like the chubby girl next to him said, "Fuck it, I'm calling the feds on him."
Microwaved his Brussels sprouts
Yeah.
one too many times.
But,
Yo, that's the
it.
thing, man. Yo, microwaving fish and fucking burning popcorn in an office setting.
Oh,
I will call the fucking
microwave
feds on you.
Yeah.
There was a time
That's on you.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
if someone fucking burns the popcorn in the fucking office
Oh, I'll do
ever,
that.
I swear to God, I will call and report them for killing Gabby Petito.
Well-
I will frame them for something. They killed a fucking Lindbergh baby, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
I
My
doubt
sister
there
at
was-
one
My thing
point
is,
in
how
my
do you
life was
burn
banned
pop-
from
like, how
making
do people
popcorn in the
fucking
house.
burn popcorn?
He just put an extra like 5 seconds on it. It's
They're built in, right? Every
They literally have a
microwave has
popcorn
sensor.
goddamn button on
Yeah.
your microwave. Even the cheapest $37,
That's-
Walmart.
Listen, mistakes can happen with popcorn. If you're putting a fucking fish in the microwave, you goddamn
You
know
did that
what you're
on
doing.
You declared war by
Yes,
putting the fish.
that is
You
no
declared war bringing
mistakes.
fish to work. Let's start with
No,
that.
no. If you bring it home, it's fine. You're eating it cold.
Tuna is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
cold
yeah.
tuna is okay. But
Cold
if
salmon?
if
Fine.
you're first part, you don't microwave fish. Let's just throw that out there.
You like your sushi cold?
You like your sushi?
Slag it away, you dick taste.
No.
But if you bring last night's, Gordon's Fisherman fucking. Do you ever see those fish fillets they have? They're like,
Yeah, dude.
They look like sponges. They're perfect squares.
I still put sprinkled
You know
cheese
that's
and
what they're
barbecue
making in
sauce
there.
on
You
the
just want to
microwave.
stab them in their eyes and call the feds on them.
That should be the new thing. Is like we literally just start calling the feds on people who fucking microwave fish in the office.
There's a reason.
Come quick, she's got a mackerel.
We should get Larry to come to Delco today and then call the feds on him again.
She's eating a branzino from 3 nights ago, and it smells like shit in here.
It smells like the 7 fishes took a shit. I think I saw him in Pelosi's office.
It smells like fucking show and tell in here.
This fish still has its fucking eyes. Get her out of here.
This fish smells like my pocket, Pelosi.
It smells like fucking period Pelosi.
Oh god, you went too far.
No.
You went too far.
Oh, period's too far. The fucking,
I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to potty.
Oh.
If I laugh any harder, I will profit my pants.
It smells like fucking the snapper part of the snapper soup.
Guy Fieri cooking show win, fire extinguisher war, or phrases that we don't say that the internet
Guy
thinks we know.
Fieri.
Phrases.
Guy Fieri. Local chef wins Guy Fieri cooking show. Chef Kevin Steak Cooper of Drexel Hill. He lives in Drexel Hill now. It actually took a while to find the article that linked him to Drexel Hill. Besides, they just say Drexel Hill there. Yeah.
Is the Guy Fieri cooking show just using Mountain Dew in fucking barbecue stuff?
Does it bother you that this guy's a winner and muscular?
Nah, he's swole as fuck.
I hate him.
I'm
calling the feds on him. Way to be successful.
Oh, of course Al hates this guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Prophet.
Good job, Al.
Seriously, dude.
Chef Kevin Steak Cooper of Drexel Hill was on the Food Network show Guy's
Come out and bring
Chance,
some food.
Guy's Chance of a Lifetime. He's an Army vet originally from North Philly.
He's an Army vet?
Yeah, that's why he's...
This guy's awesome. I hate him.
Yeah. The contest was to win a location called Chicken Guy. Guy Fieri has a chain of chicken guys. Steak 1. 6 weeks of filming was in Orlando, but it was right after he found out his wife LaToya had cancer.
Oh man!
When they were filming, his sister died. This just gets worse by the worse.
I don't like it.
But he stayed with it and finished out the whole thing. Wow. You know, and pulled out the big win. He was awarded a Chicken Guy franchise that he can open anywhere in the Philadelphia area.
Steak?
Steak.
It's not steak.
Oh, they.
Maybe that's what the sign was for. Maybe we
It's different.
S-T-E-E-K?
Yep.
Steak.
We will find out what his name means. We found it out.
Steak Mill.
He was awarded a Chicken Guy franchise. He can open anywhere in the Philadelphia area. Chicken Guy only has 2 locations right now, Nashville and Florida. He couldn't tell anyone he won for 8 months due to a non-disclosure agreement. He is 37 years old and owns a catering company called Succulent Imagination. I went on their website and
I've seen that site before.
It looks great.
Succulent Imagination.
It's a great website. Not just does the food look great, the website's great.
Yeah.
Love that.
I'll touch myself to some succulent.
He's 37. Has a 12. He's 37. Has a 12-year-old daughter named Kaylani. The name Steak is because his mom always said he was a stinky baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so adorable. Your mom gives you a nickname that's because you stank.
Baby stink. It's cute.
I thought
sweet.
it was going to come from steak.
When he was in the Army, he worked at an Outback steakhouse. Then he came back here.
That's what I figured.
Became valedictorian of the JNA Institute of Culinary Arts in South Philly. Nice. This is not his first taste of success on the Food Network.
Not the K&A one. It's the J&A.
J&A in South Philly.
Yes.
They're cooking something different up and down in K.
The recipes are a little different.
There's a lot of Pyrex.
Dye up there.
It just you only need and you only need
dyed chicken.
This is not his first taste of success on the Food Network. In 2017, he won an episode of Cooks vs. Cons, where the home cooks compete against pros. He was also on an episode.
I thought it was like they went against people in jail or something.
That was a misleading name. I read that too.
Yeah.
I'm you read the name. The first thing I saw in my head is like, are they running out of cooking ideas and they have to like get people out of prison?
Like cheat sheet on the Food Network.
Right.
I'm gonna make some ramen noodles in your asshole.
90 days in, like they got to cook out of the toilets.
Maybe he was a cook and they went against fucking
They
like
make a
prisoners.
fucking
I don't
Chi-Chi
know.
and a Fifi.
I'd watch. I would watch
The Fifi's for after the Chi-Chi.
You just crush up Doritos and corn chips to make homemade pizza on the furnace.
And then somebody's like first week in, they mix up the Fifi and the Chi-Chi and wind up fucking a thing of ramen noodles.
I'd watch it.
And everyone's like, hey man,
I'd watch the
why?
show. I'd watch it.
Eat it now.
He was also on an episode of Fire Masters and an episode of Guy's Groceries Games. Apparently, Guy Fieri has multiple shows.
Is it just the Guy Fieri channel now?
He was on another Guy Fieri
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
You know what Guy Fieri's real name is?
Guy.
James Ferry.
Okay, that makes sense. He wanted to make it more Hollywood sounding.
It's perfect. If you're wondering, his wife just wrapped up chemo treatment.
I was going to ask you that.
Yes. So
Is she well?
She is apparently fine-ish.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So
is
we've
good.
got a winner.
So when does it say like when he'll announce where he's going to open it, or is it just?
He said he hasn't picked yet. He's like looking into where he
Delco, man.
So
he should.
It says the Philadelphia area.
He should open it in Lansdowne next to our other chicken place, and if he sells vegan stuff, people can stop being fucking whiny asswipes about it online.
Anna's is open, right?
Anna's is up for sale.
They're only selling.
Well, if you ever go on like Uber Eats, Guy Fieri has something on Uber Eats. There's a race car one, but they're all sold out of the same location. So there's actually no real location for him.
Nashville and where else? He's only got
Florida.
two.
They just said Florida. They didn't say
Orlando.
You assume it's good
Yeah.
chicken.
No,
if it's
Al,
coming
so
out
I
of
saw
Nashville,
something
too.
about that.
Yeah.
It'll be like
they gotta
I would try. I'd
hold
definitely
like
try.
Country
it,
Squire rents out their kitchen, like half of it to. It's like
I think
chicken chicks, whatever it's called.
There's Carrabba's, or not Carrabba's. What's the Bertucci's? Mm-hmm. If you ever look at the ones on Uber Eats and you hit the button to see the address, they all say like 965 Baltimore Pike in Springfield, something like that. And it's the cake. Remember the cake place I got for your
Yeah, it was
birthday?
amazing.
Same thing.
Buddies?
Buddies Cakes or whatever it was. There's a chicken chicken sliders place, a NASCAR themed place, a bar food themed place,
Stackhouse
but they
Bar,
all
NASCAR
say
place.
965 Springfield, Baltimore Pike. And there's a Guy Fieri's bar food, I think.
So it's just like heat and eat. It's got to be awful to work there.
I would definitely try it out.
Nah, I did one time. Don't do it. It gave me profit.
No, I'm talking to chicken.
Oh, no, the chicken guy. Yeah, I want to call him up and tell him to bring some chicken. I want chicken.
We're not talking to open a chicken store, dude. Chicken's expensive as shit right now.
Yeah, it is.
Fine, make it a pork store.
Everything's expensive.
Pork's not much better, dude.
Everything.
Fire extinguisher wars, Valentine's Day in Clifton, or
Guy Fieri's Flavortown Kitchen. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's in. There's one in
words we don't say
Harrah's,
in
right?
Harrah's. Yeah,
Yeah, but this one is 965 Baltimore Pike. There's a lot of 965 Baltimore Pikes.
It's just two smart crackheads getting fucking food from Friendlies and rebranding it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Just put it in a different box.
They got a microwave.
I am Guy Fieri and rolling out. You think he eats butt?
Guy Fieri?
Yeah. You think like he's fucking
Only
think
the
he eats ass?
most high end butt after he flavors it a little bit.
Cambodian breast butt.
Yeah.
You think Guy Fieri definitely eats ass?
Yeah.
I mean, I eat ass.
I think the people eat his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think when he's eating ass, he uses his fucking soul patch to tickle the pussy a little bit?
You'd have to.
Yes.
That's
Why
you have
grow it
the
if you're
soul
not
patch.
going to
Right.
tickle? You know.
Yeah. And the hair, I don't think the hairdo is like him just trying to be cool. I think that's just from girls running their hands through his hair and holding it as like handles as he just fucking chows cunt.
Oh, God.
God, dude.
Well, welcome to Flavortown.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
A lot of hard syllables.
Yeah. A lot of hard syllables.
So Robin's telling me they're
Speaking of
called
hard souls,
ghost
that Jerry
kitchens.
Stackhouse.
Oh, like ghost loads when you're out of semen, but you still got an orgasm.
Yeah, dude,
No.
Ghost shit.
you dry heave cum.
It's just like a pot,
Just
like a
add
mummy.
water.
Yeah.
You're like a mummy.
Yeah.
I jerked
It's
off.
like somebody opened the Kool-Aid
Every-
package just a little too quickly.
Yeah.
I jerked off 9 times a day.
Every
13 if you count
teenage
ghost
boy
loads.
knows about the ghost.
Oh, dude, yeah, ghost. Yeah. When
Oh,
the
mom and dad are
first
out.
happened,
Mom
I
and
was
dad
like,
are
oh,
away
sweet.
for the weekend. Yeah.
I wish this wasn't the
By-
thing happening right
By
now.
Saturdays, it's spooky ghost loads. Thanks, Robin.
That we just said that to your mother-in-law?
Yeah, thank you,
She's
mother-in-law,
one-
for bringing that up.
She's the one who brought up ghost loads, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the one with the dirty mind.
Yeah. We just went with it.
Mother.
If you don't like it, call the feds.
Yeah. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Larry Stackhouse talking about like fucking phantom cum.
That's it.
And they're like, yo,
That's
he's
it.
done.
Then
Call
your
the feds.
coworkers
Brady
would have
fight
called the fucking feds on you years ago.
Oh yeah. No, I don't speak jizz and jizz products at work.
Those dirty
Anymore.
pricks, I know they were at that erection. Get them. Get them.
He keeps talking about he has semen come out, but he doesn't see the semens.
That's not my Robin, by the way. Robin, that's not me imitating.
Got all these immigrants coming over in boatloads when all I'm worried about is ghost loads.
Send them fucking immigrants back on ghost boats. I can have my real loads back.
They all took the good loads.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
These goddamn immigrants climbed over this wall and took my viscosity from my loads.
Jesus.
Oh,
Oh, no.
It's like skim milk when it used to be Greek yogurt.
it's like Carnation instant breakfast.
Yeah.
It gets
I gave her a hot lunch of instant breakfast from my pecker. Roll Tide.
That is, you know what? That's the tie into the next segment. It's phrases that apparently every state only says this shit or whatever. One of them, Alabama, one of them is actually Roll Tide.
Roll
I
Tide.
feel like there's other ones for Alabama that we can't say on air.
They
They were said by the
Stackhouse probably
firemen.
fucking.
They were said by the firemen
t-shirts.
already, so we can pass over that
Wait.
one.
Is Stackhouse part of the fire department?
Oh, full circle. Full
Yeah,
circle.
dude.
It's all coming together.
I had to turn.
He's the incoming chief.
I had to turn my beeper. He didn't pay a $50 fine all in 1 week.
Yeah.
What a shit day!
Horrible.
It's the elephant butterfly effect.
And Tiffany's still trying to hit me up for that $125.
She didn't know what I meant by red wave, so we had a little bit of misunderstanding in the morning. That's why I smell like nickels.
that actually may be the funniest thing you said on this fucking show. Oh my God, dude! Why?
Yeah.
Why so graphic?
I got that taste in my mouth.
Yeah, dude, I just started having flashbacks.
Smells like a handful of sweaty nickels and peanut butter.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Like Dollar General sardines.
Well, I'm glad you said Roll Tide because it literally brought it into. Ranker did a thing where they go state by state and they do like 5 phrases. that each state, gets to. And P is at the end, so we had to go through all the states to get there.
So hold on, let me guess. Can I just ask? Can I guess one for this area? And is it John?
No.
Huh?
So silly.
No.
Really?
You will be mad at most of them.
Okay, go ahead.
So I just put like a couple select ones. Alabama obviously had Roll Tide, but one of the other ones was butter my butt and call me a biscuit. Is a colorful way to express delight. And
Alabama.
this one
well,
goes
butter
into
my
play.
butt and call me a biscuit. Wow.
If a bad storm is coming, you go out and buy what, Al?
Generator?
No, if a bad storm is coming, you go to the grocery store, and what are the three things you buy?
Milk, bread, and eggs.
They call that the milk sandwich.
The milk sandwich.
The milk sandwich.
Yee!
Yep.
So they say go get the milk sandwich?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
They don't see why people think they fuck each other. Because, like,
This is
that's some
why.
stupid shit.
Yeah, that's what.
Delaware's. This is all the ones for Delaware.
Let me guess. Hold on. Hey. Delaware.
Northern
Delaware.
Northern Delaware's just, I'm so happy we moved out of Chester.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Stop. Just stop.
Delaware, if a Delawarean describes someone as bagging up, that means they are laughing really hard.
No.
Really?
It's not what that means.
I thought they were done with the grocery shopping. That's what I heard.
They say that
bagging
the entire shoreline is called the beach, which I fucking challenge.
Fine.
So wait, what?
They're saying the entire shoreline is referred to just as the beach.
So they're going to the beach.
They're going to the beach.
So you would say that too if you're going down the shore, you go to the beach. What's the difference?
Well, no,
I don't know.
because they have different bits. Dewey Beach.
They say the southern half of Delaware calls cauliflower cauliflower.
Okay.
Southern Delaware calls it cauliflower.
Yeah,
I didn't think they ate vegetables in Delaware.
If Russia and China are going to invade, can we just give them Delaware?
The southern part.
And
Yeah.
Vermont?
Lower
I was gonna say like
20 miles south of the northern part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 minutes from here, like right when you get to South
Look
Wilmington.
at me, I'm in Rehoboth, and I like my cauliflower.
I think I'll say something else.
Speaking of Rehoboth, if there's a heavy downpour in Delaware, the natives call it a toad choker. Or a frog strangler.
I have a fucking toad choker. I'm trying to get my fucking toad choked, dude.
Have you ever heard the phrase toad choker before?
No,
Call
dude.
Tiffany.
I was choking my toad earlier. And fucking
Joe Toker.
yeah. I had carpal tunnel from
Choking
fucking
some toads and
Joe Toker.
I'm done. I'm done.
Ghost loads to toad loads.
Yeah. You walk over and fucking lick my toad while I fucking choke it.
Strangle my frog.
Choking choads.
Ribbit, ribbit. Ribbit for her pleasure.
Yeah, dude.
choking toads and busting ghost loads.
If this is New Jersey, the first one they say is down the shore, and they try to explain that the beach is called the shore. Then it goes to, if someone from the eastern part of New Jersey asks where they live, they don't say a town or an address. They say exit whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes
Makes
sense.
sense.
I'm off the 14th jug handle. And,
That is the next word,
Yeah,
actually, is
yeah.
jug handle. In New Jersey, jug handle isn't where what you hold so your container won't drop. It's a traffic circle that you can only make left turns.
Because they can't make a left.
Pennsylvania.
No left.
In Pennsylvania, eggs cooked over easy are called
sunny side up.
Dippies?
Dippy eggs.
Oh, drippy egg. I've heard drippy and dippies.
Fucking what? Dude, it's dippy eggs.
Dippy.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
I've heard
eggs.
drippy
Yeah,
eggs
no,
too.
He said drippy eggs.
No, I've heard people call them drippy egg sandwiches and stuff.
Did you hear
Yeah.
that down in
I've
D.C.
heard
last
that.
January? I'll report you to the feds.
my
Fucking drippy eggs.
Al's buddy Larry calls them.
So Fieri, it's Stackhouse. What the fuck, man?
Call them drippy eggs one more time. I swear to God.
I'm gonna get my coworkers to report you to the feds.
You just hear a BMW revving in the background.
Smells like nickels in here.
What is a gum band?
A gum band?
Gum
I
band.
don't like it.
A gum band?
A gum band.
I don't like it.
I don't know.
Like,
Apparently, that's what we call rubber bands around here.
I've never heard that.
Oh.
And maybe in Pennsylvania where they bang their sisters, that's normal.
If someone needs washed,
Knees washed?
needs washed, needs washed.
So my
like
knees
my
are
grundle
washed?
needs washed.
Yeah, instead of cleaning something, you say it needs washed.
No.
It's not washed?
I've never heard the phrase needs washed.
This must be
I have, but
Pennsylvania or
it's
Howard.
fucking
Or
Mental health
Kid.
facilities in
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
What?
need-
I've never heard of it.
It needs wash.
I'm
I've
telling
heard
you,
before,
it's
but
not
wash.
this area. It's everything else in the most rural, backwater,
They're up in
bullshit
like
areas
fucking
of
Toby
Pennsylvania.
Hanna and they're like, hey guys, can you guys answer questions?
It's like
Here's the one that
Hey, your $12,000 house, what do you say? Needs wash?
sounds like idiocracy.
Yeah.
here's one that a BMW dealership would love. What does the phrase "Reddit up" mean?
Reddit up.
R-E-D it up.
You.
Is that what it
look it
means
up
when
and
you
down?
switch
huh?
over from fucking Democrat to fucking GOP?
Reddit up was when you redline your car.
Revit up or Reddit? Like read something? Like
You're
a red-
technically both right. It
When
is
you-
technically when you
oh.
clean up a mess.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was.
Is
Is this
fucking-
Pennsylvania?
This is
when you were
Pennsylvania.
eating out during a mess?
Yeah, like
You read
none
it
of these
up.
terms I've ever heard in my
No,
life.
I'm not mad. I'm
If you're a real picky eater, what do we call those?
Fussy.
What?
Fussy?
No.
Annoying?
It's a name.
A person's
Dickhead.
name?
No, it's a fucking cartoon character's name.
Larry Stackhouse.
Is it real? Is it cartoon?
Tom and Jerry? I don't know.
A
Donald Duck?
Snoopy is a picky eater.
Who the fuck came up with this?
Larry Stackhouse, dude.
Yeah.
That's the best.
The fact that
Call the feds. This is bullshit.
the fact that he didn't have a sign out there that said "Stack Lives Matter" is a fucking.
Oh my god.
Dude's a real fucking ass clown.
Yeah. Storming the Senate.
Yeah, he
and
really did miss his moment on that, didn't he?
He should have said, "I'm here for the Stackhouse of
That's how you get your
Representatives."
$50 back.
In Texas, if a Texan
Let me
calls
guess Texas. Let me guess Texas. Ready?
Okay.
What they juggle on balls. Is that what it is?
Why are you so good at that?
Because
Yeah.
I hate Texas.
Texas is fantastic.
If a Texan calls something or someone piddly-leo,
That's just why I hate
Not real.
Texas.
It's not real.
Leo?
it means something is small or in a small amount.
Take it.
Ah, I just took a little
Piddly-leo.
piddle of Leo before I shut out the door.
My fucking.
Gonna
It
drop
wasn't a ghost load. There was a little bit. There was some piddly-leo.
Yeah.
There was a pit of Leo.
She couldn't get
Of
pregs.
cum.
I just put a Leo in her vag one time.
Yeah.
If a Texan is talking about one of the actual 4 seasons of the year, they'll generally call it by its specific name. But if they say the season, it usually means football.
So the season, like when they like the football players, the Ohio State.
Yeah.
Strange place.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it. I don't like it.
Texas is fantastic. Oh, this is bullshit
Squeet.
so far.
What?
Skeet?
Squeet.
Squeet.
Yeah.
Ski, yeah, like.
Oh, man, I just took it to a hot squeet.
Oh, squeet, 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 squeet.
How's it spelled?
Squeat.
Oh, she's squeet.
That's
she's
how
real
yeah,
squeet.
it's skeet, like
Oh, I guess it's like something means you're cute.
It's the same way we say jeet.
Oh.
Jeet.
You,
Skeet yet?
wait. So we say because you just take 2 words, did you eat?
Yeah,
Shorten it to
sorry.
a really
Theirs is let's go eat, let's squeet.
No, but that's like somebody had a stroke in the middle of it. Oh, squeet! You know,
Fucking squeet.
That's what you yell with the fucking when you're having ghost loads while you're choking that coke, dude.
you're gonna need a morning extra pill. I just squeezed.
I'm a
I
squeed.
was letting fucking Tiffany from Delilah's read it up for you.
I'm a squeed.
I'm gonna lady squeet.
Squeet, squeet.
I'm gonna read up
I'm
on
gonna
lady
squeed
squeet.
out an infant out of my vagina.
Nickel flavored.
Hope you're pro-choice.
Nickel flavored
I hate it here.
Tell Pat how jerky we need a flavor of fucking. We need a flavor of fucking jerky.
Dan can do it. He
It'll
can
do
make a
so
new
well.
nickel flavored skeet squeet.
nickel flavored squeet squeet.
Oh, skeet, squeet, 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 squeet. Oh, skeet, squeet.
Choking toads with ghost loads. Eating squeet squeet.
Yo, are we writing this down? I think there's some new T-shirt ideas going on here.
I'll wear that to the next
Right.
time I gotta get my license done.
You should sell a shirt that just says "cum" on it.
We need Steak to do it. Steak, squeet, skeet, squeet.
Oh man, I so pooped myself
Oh, right on Westchester Pike on the steet.
Yeah.
Steet,
This is
squeet,
this is like
squeet.
what fucking I imagine like occupational therapist nightmare. Like the day they have to do like tongue twisters to like help kids get over speech impediments.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Carrie used to work with occupational therapists all the
Yeah,
time.
I know. That's what's scary.
Didn't
Can
go
we
well.
can we get like someone to come in?
Talk
Can we
to
get
your mic.
someone to come in?
Was
An
Larry
OT?
Stackhouse one of your clients?
Yeah, they can analyze all of us.
I got a guy.
Oh, I don't know. If I want
Oh,
that.
that is a.
Oh,
I don't know if I want that.
Do you want
Sometimes
someone to help
ignorance
us
is truly bliss.
Yeah.
My mind is so dark that people would protest the riots, the Capitol building over it.
we're gonna get paraded.
Yeah, if somebody
yeah.
comes in here and like mentally checks us out, the feds are getting called. It's
Yeah.
happening. Somebody's getting the feds called on them. Nickel flavored skeet.
I think it'd be fun.
Like, where were you January 6th? I was skeet squeeting.
I was house sitting for Larry Stackhouse.
Skeet squitting literally means eating cum. Like, when you think about it.
Oh, Westchester Pike.
Add it to the list for Pennsylvania.
You got puss scooting and skeet squeeting.
Butt scooting for Rasputin. Fire extinguishers or Valentine's Day in Clifton or speed dating?
Let's break it up. So let's do fire extinguisher, speed dating, and we'll end with.
How is that breaking it up?
Well, no, it's putting the small one in between, breaking it up a little bit.
Okay.
I see.
Fire extinguisher war of 2022.
So this is a personal story. It's not something you're going to read in the
Oh yeah,
newspaper.
dude. I don't like to use the word victim. I'm a survivor.
Okay.
Larry Stackhouse is also a survivor.
This I did say that.
Apparently, I'm not going to name the establishments, but let's just say, you know how when we had the most Delco town and we had Upper Darby against Drexel Hill, and we're like, that's stupid, that can't happen. Well, it has. There is an establishment in Drexel Hill that apparently around Mischief Night, I think it was, some youths, like in their teens,
Two youths.
2, 3, I don't know. Apparently ran in there on a Friday night and sprayed the place with fire extinguishers, which, if you've never seen one go off, is fucking disastrous.
Yeah, it's supposed to stick the thing.
Like, completely disastrous.
It's blinding.
So wait a minute. This happened at one establishment around.
People keep saying it was around Mischief Night.
Okay.
And
that would be the fucking ultimate fucking skeet, though.
It's true. It would have been funnier if they were yelling.
Nothing would squeak the same for a while.
Squeak. So, that happened, and then a couple months went by, and then all of a sudden it started being proposed that one of the perpetrators was another establishment owner's son. It ends up that there's no way it could be their son. They were not in the area at the time. But it ends up it may have been like a nephew or a niece or something.
Some derivative.
Some sort of tie-in.
Yeah.
And the owner of the second establishment was saying, there's no fucking way. Like, I'm not going to pay you money for any damages. Like, this is not on anyone. Like, fuck you. And then that owner of the second establishment decided to get rather intoxicated and take matters into his own hand.
How many months later?
Street justice.
I guess, like, if the date was 10/30, I guess 2.5 months. 3
No,
months?
it's more.
3
3
months?
months.
Yeah.
Let that simmer in for a minute. Oh, I'm gonna go now. He played the long con on that one.
And he decided to walk into the establishment while I was there.
Mistake.
And just lit us up with a fire extinguisher.
A toad choker.
Did he yell anything? Did he yell anything?
Oh, he was a little too. He ended up yelling by
Did
the
he-
end, but he was.
Did he spray it like he was using his caulk?
He sprayed it on the ground, and we're like, "What the fuck?" It's so bizarre.
Okay.
That you literally just have to go, "What the fuck?"
So the first spray was on the ground. You're like, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, "Is this a joke?" And then I started thinking, I'm like, "They sell joke fire extinguishers. Like, is this a joke?" And then
I love jokes.
And then he got me right in the fucking face, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
So funny.
And I was like, "Yo, I can't see." I'm like, "Yo,
So
this
he
is bad."
pointed this thing directly in your face.
Yeah.
Is that what happened to you?
I was the first victim.
Is that why you? Is that why you shaved?
Survivor.
Because I was closest to the door.
Is that why you
He's
shaved?
got survivor's guilt.
No, I'd actually say that morning. Thankfully, I did.
Okay.
And then he started going after, like, it's just like, you got me. I'm like, I'm already fucking irate. Then he starts going after, like, women, like innocent women that are there, and like old people that could have breathing problems and shit. And it's just like,
So
yo,
he's going individually at people now.
Yeah.
He's not just wildly
and dude,
spraying his fucking.
if
shit
you've
in the air.
never seen a fire extinguisher go off in a building, as soon as it's off, you cannot fucking see. So he got me, and I'm like, yo, this is dangerous. Like, you can't breathe. You fucking cannot breathe at all.
I would've
So
shot
people
him.
are fucking looking for fucking, like, any window, anything, trying to hide down the basement. And I'm just like, I'm here. And I was like, I'm trying to fucking get it out of his hand, take him down or whatever. And he fucking gets me again. And I'm like, I can't fucking see. I can't
This time
see
in the
doing
butthole.
this shit. And then thankfully, there's this other fucking crazy dude there who was talking about leaving, but he had this bright yellow shirt on. All I see is that yellow shirt come out of nowhere, and I hear a loud ass thud.
Wait,
And
did it say Saint Philomena's on the shirt? No. I just want to make sure.
No, but I go
humble brag.
I go over to where the fucking
Holbrook will sometimes get really drunk and have out of body experience.
See, that's the thing is I wasn't even drunk. It was my first beer.
That's
the day.
annoying.
The day after a fucking great pint for pint.
It probably was Holbrook did it, right? Tyler Durden kind of thing. Go
Could've
ahead.
been.
Right.
No.
No, I love hearing it though. Go ahead. So this guy.
The guy goes and fucking takes him down. Like I said, like you literally cannot see anything. So I go to where I fucking heard the noise, feeling the wall and shit. I fucking kick around. I find the fire extinguisher. I go out the back door and there's video. Like they have the security footage. It is like absolutely. Remember like last year when that thing in Beirut just blew up?
Yeah.
And it was just like kaboom, and like everything goes. The video is literally like I just push the door open and come out with the fire extinguisher, and the whole like fucking the entire parking lot is now full with the fucking smoke because it was that bad in there. The dude who tackled him down, put him in an R bar. Cops came, arrested him for fucking being hammered. But he's, there's literally now 2 bars that have been attacked with fire extinguishers.
Is it like a
turf
war?
I guess it's a turf
So
war.
that's like you have to go and clean everything effing thing.
And if you want,
bottle top.
he only made it to the back door and maybe 5 feet from the back door at best, and the entire 2 rooms were completely covered.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't.
Do they sell something that cleans that up? Like,
because like the survivor bar, if you've never been there, is like you walk in and it's like a 6-foot wide like entryway into like a 10-foot wide bar room, and then next to it's another bar room with a pool table.
Yeah.
So it's not like, and it's not ventilated.
No.
So fucking, it's just that's
people
not-
are cramming into bathrooms trying to open any door,
That
looking
blows,
for the
eh?
front door, and you can't breathe. And I'm just like, thankfully, there wasn't any respiratory issues, but there was.
Did you
all
guys
people,
beat
man.
this dude the fuck up? Or
He got put in a pretty bad armbar and was like screaming for his life.
So you guys didn't like all take turns stomping his fucking face in?
No,
At that point, that's like you're doing this maliciously.
No, that would be illegal.
No,
to do things
but
like that.
it was the quickest I've ever fucking
called-
seen the cops show
We
up.
called the Pike Boys in
anywhere.
on this one.
The Pike Boys will handle this.
Yeah.
But anyway,
You probably
if you
was one
want
of the Pike
if you want the uplifting part of Delco is that it got out on social media and shit, and like the patrons and the town people all just like came in and throughout the night, groups of 12, 15 people just fucking wiped everything down, threw out everything they needed to get
That's
down,
cool.
and they were able to open. They were like open while it was going on, but they were able to open on time the next day.
That's cool.
You lost a couple $100 worth of booze, but that's about it.
Oh, so that's all right. That jack off can pay for it now.
Yeah, his preliminary hearing's in the morning.
Oh, okay. So, shit.
Yeah, because I was right there. They're trying to say he resisted arrest and
Do you
like
have
a
to
whole
be
other
there?
thing.
We should
They haven't even called me about it yet.
We should insurrect his thing. We get tips from Stackhouse. Fucking, when they're like,
I know a
walking-
guy who sells BMWs
Take
and
the
a
745
stripper,
over and
and we
we'll
will
be
just
fine.
take this shit over and skeet all over this motherfucker.
Usually, hey, listen, you don't have to pay back this bar, but you have to fucking tongue my asshole in front of your kids.
But just
Fuck
the
you.
moral of the story is just, man, fire extinguishers are fucking squeaky blinders. Fire extinguishers are fucking are a good way to ruin a fucking place for the day, man.
I always wanted to get let one off on roller skates to see if that works.
Oh, I did, dude.
Does it work?
It's so hard to jerk off on roller skates. Don't
No.
ever do it.
It's
because you may fall and cut
Will
your
propel
penis.
There's no real oomph behind it.
Okay.
No.
Like
I
fun.
never.
I mean, I came and I kind of fell backwards a little bit, but that was just because I lost balance.
Like when I got sprayed in the face twice, it wasn't any worse than any Brazzers video.
That's fucked up.
Those are the real
You're probably
survivors.
lucky you did have your full beard, bro.
No, I didn't have it. I had shaved it
Oh,
that
you didn't
morning.
have it?
Yeah.
Did that shit fuck?
Do you think that's why he sprayed you
it hurt
first?
your skin? Does it like?
Yeah, it burns a little bit. Like I was freaking
Those
the fuck
chemicals
out.
in
Like
that.
I was fucking threatening this dude, and I was like, I'm pressing charges. Like fuck this, and I was like, cops, do not take him the fuck. Like, do not drop him the fuck off. Like he's going to jail for the night, and I'm freaking the fuck out. And then the paramedics and the fire department show up, and I'm sitting there covered in it, and I'm just like, is this shit fucking poisonous? Because I'm like fucking freaking out. I'm like, I'm going to die or some shit. Like, do I have to go to the hospital?
It's a fire retardant.
And I'm like, is this fucking dangerous? And then the one firefighter knows me. He just goes, "You've done 8 more poisonous things to your body today than this fucking shit.
Yeah.
You'll be fucking fine."
Yeah, the guy looks at Holbrook. Yeah, you're a real pillar of health. Son.
Yeah. He's like, just go wash your fucking eyes and you'll be fine.
Take the first shower of the week, a-hole.
And I literally went from throwing a full tantrum into like, well, I'm just gonna go next door to the other bar and get a beer right now.
That's all.
But yeah, it was annoying. I mean, no one do that. No one do that.
It's naughty.
It's rude.
Naughty.
It's rude.
Whole Sunday.
It's almost as rude as beheading your girlfriend at the Willows on
Wow.
fucking Clifton
Almost.
Heights.
You're not going to hit the other quickies first?
We've come too far. I think we've come
Okay,
too far.
let's
Open
do
the
it.
door. We're gonna walk through it.
Just finish
go
it
for
off.
it.
The people what they
Finish
want.
her off.
Al, we normally don't like to bring up stories like this, but it's just
Yeah,
so,
we haven't done this in a while.
It would be criminal if we didn't.
We're gonna end on a late note.
Yeah, we have a couple letter notes we'll end on. Just keep going.
someone beheaded their girlfriend at the
or at least
Willows.
attempted to, because like different reports read differently. Like, all right, so the story
Head gone.
The story simply is that a guy of early 30s,
32 years old,
who had a girlfriend of
59
years old. Yeah, so large discrepancy.
Mrs. Rabbit.
According to the guy who did the decapitating, she threatened to cut his dick off.
Whopper.
Sounds like he might have fucking deserved it.
Then they got into a fight, argument, knocked her out, and then continued to then started to cut her head off with a kitchen knife.
At 4:15 in the morning on a Thursday into a Friday.
Yeah. And Holbrook thought getting shot in the face with a fire extinguisher was terrible.
Yeah, that is a lot to digest.
Yeah, I was actually like right
Holy.
in that area, like 15, 20 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
So he knocked her out and then took a steak knife from the kitchen and just started.
He had a machete
To
on
hide
standby.
the evidence of knocking her out.
He had a machete, and
Like,
apparently-
the whole point was to
machete.
cut.
He had a machete.
The whole
Who
point was
doesn't have a
machete. Yeah,
machete?
the whole point he was trying to cut her into pieces and I guess hide her.
Yeah, get
put
rid
her
of
in
the body.
He's just
He
got
didn't
done
kill
watching
her
The
though. He just
Sopranos.
knocked her out at first.
Well, once he started to chop her goddamn head off,
That's what
I understand. I'm saying that's.
They had to go in there, saw her beheaded, and said, "Up, we're going to pronounce her dead."
Love that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great
The
journalistic
article
work.
was
the article's like
scene.
they
Really
later pronounced her dead. I'm like, after her head was chopped off. They
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just because like
good intel.
I'm wondering if like
medical examiner on that one.
if he knocked her out and he thought maybe he killed her and he was scared and he lost his mind and he uses that.
Yeah, this guy definitely lost his
Really
mind.
wasn't thinking.
Yeah, there's no doubt in those facts. He lost his mind for shit sure.
He's how old?
32.
And he was dating a 59-year-old.
There's almost a 30-year difference between the two of them, almost.
What's the age gap in
In Ageless
the
Love?
movie?
Oh, that's right. Look at that.
It's a surprise ending, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part 2.
I'll cut your pee off. Yeah.
Part 2, The Willows.
Yeah.
Oh my!
There's
God.
a love story.
Did he get the whole head off? Like, was it?
They really didn't get
decapitated?
the description that I can say live on the air, but no.
I want to know. Yeah, what's it? Never mind.
They ever release her name or no?
They did, but we can't say it because they didn't officially do it. We
Yeah.
learned it from some leaked stuff.
The Headless Horseman.
Let's just put it this way: there's no way you know them.
That's fair.
That's actually what I was most concerned about. Like the whole morning, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like
We
I
know
got
who
mutual
you
friends with
are.
this dude. That means I might know the victim. And I was like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
So I remember years ago, like one of the first ones that came out from like the Middle East of them beheading, like
The journalist.
the journalist.
The anniversary that was the other day.
Was it?
Yeah.
I watched that, and it's one thing I wish I never watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's funny. There's
It's
like
hard.
That was the
I'm
first
cool with that
Faces
too.
of Death, too.
It's fucking horrible.
Remember the Faces of Death videos?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
That was
I
one of the
do
first
actually-
one. Yeah.
he looks like
It's horrible.
he looks like a better version. He looks like if the guy who played Lip Gallagher from Shameless stopped doing drugs.
But also was up at 4:15 that morning.
Yeah.
Cutting someone's head off because that's
Yeah.
makes my bags look great. Jesus.
I'm not. I mean, I don't want to say it, but I kind of just feel we have to.
What?
I saw like there's mutual friends or whatever, so I texted like 5 of them, and I was like, "Yo, is this a thing?" And every single one of them responded with, "Oh my god, he got a girlfriend."
Yeah.
Like that was the response.
Well,
And
so
all
the-
of them were just
so
like,
I
seems like a guy, known him. It seems
So
like a
once
guy who
Cut
do
the
that."
rest of her up, or
he was attempting. Apparently, he was trying to cut her leg off
too,
too.
right? Yeah.
Or at one point, I read in one of the articles that,
that's-
that
Where
he,
do you
he
get
was
it?
trying to chop her up like Pine Barren style.
Where do you get a machete besides like fucking Booze Corner or Cowtown?
No one tell him where to get the machete.
Yeah.
I don't want him to have a fucking machete.
I will have to call the
I
feds.
have
What
my.
happened?
Listen, I've been to Cowtown plenty of times. I have fake leather belts and fucking machetes.
How were the authorities notified to interrupt the continuation?
It was-
Well, he kept talking about it at work, and his
Yeah.
coworkers got
Is that
mad
what
about it
happened?
and called the
Went to go
feds.
for it?
Yeah, they were responding to it.
He's
That's
also
why
Larry Stackhouse.
he
The
didn't get
neighbor-
very
the
far
neighbors
into
heard
the chopping because they heard
Larry
a domestic
Wackhouse.
dispute and they
Uh-huh.
called the cops. The cops
Okay.
got there too late.
Oh, dude,
Gotcha,
I don't want to make jokes about it, but there are some. But no.
So,
fuck it.
Yeah.
so once we
This
found out
is-
who this
that's
person
a-
was, and Holbrook and I started like stalking a little bit just to see if we, because we're from the area, we,
Because that's what you do.
yeah, we try to see if we know these people.
Well, councilman.
So there
What do you
was
mean these people?
these victims. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Survivors.
You're,
prefer
aren't they-
survivors, Al.
Aren't they your constituents?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So
Neighbors.
there was a chat where he was complaining about her threatening him, and that he put something like a Facebook post of, because I'm being threatened by a woman or something, nobody cares. Like something along those
He
lines.
says, I'm in an abusive relationship, but because I'm a man, no one cares.
Yeah.
And it was like,
and somebody said in the article, or said in the comments below, I'll jump her for you. Just DM me. I know people, or something along those lines. This was like days before, and then once the news came out, they're like going and trying to delete it.
Yeah.
There are comments in there. It's like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I saw, it was some real Eddie Stone comments.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'll leave it at
next
that.
time you try to be quick-witted and snarky on Facebook. Just think
Make
it
sure
might,
that's not a
they
murder
might
on the
actually
horizon.
be
Well, that's your
murdering
head-
somebody.
yeah, get your head in the
Touche,
game.
you know.
Stay ahead of the competition.
Yeah, what are they going to write back and be like, oh, never mind, bro, I see you handled it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Wow. Speaking of Eddie Stone.
Oh,
Yay!
Mm-hmm. So I posted into the group that I saw that they were speed dating at the Dolphin in South Philly.
Yeah,
I was like, that would be so.
I always
funny.
wanted to do that. I told my wife I want to go on a speed date. Is that weird? I tell my wife that.
Are we going tomorrow?
What, you guys go out?
Yeah,
No, I
it's
just want to
Wednesday.
go and just experience the speed date.
Oh, I thought
Like she can sit and watch. I don't care.
So going to
I
Eddie
just want to
Stone,
do it.
Going to Eddie Stone would be completely fine.
What do you guys do? You're going on a date and you're doing a bunch of speed?
No.
Sounds.
Isn't that how
sounds like
speed dating works?
Sounds like a blend.
For us, it would be sped
No,
dating.
you just smoke so many cigarettes that you speed aging. You speed to dates ahead of time.
Oh yeah, right now I'm probably like 50.
Sweet dating.
Fries,
Yeah,
100 cups of coffee.
Sweet date if we take her out to dinner.
Sweet
Sweet
date.
dating.
I was thinking
Sweet
if we
Sweet Davidson.
like in Eddie Stone it's one thing, like we're all Delconian scumbags, like if you can't tell from this episode, like it's whatever, we would probably find some interesting Eddie Stone people. I wanted to do it at the Dolphin where it's like super city, hate the suburbs.
Where people wouldn't know us.
Yeah, but it's like we go in there, it's full
Can I wear my
Delconian.
Jackie Moon basketball jersey?
Like shit like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, you guys want to go back to Leo's and get cheesesteaks? And then we get fucking maced for not being fucking far left.
So who's speed dating?
Should we do it?
I think we should. We should
I have
record
a
it.
fucking mullet right now. I will absolutely do it in Eddie Stone.
We'll just say everybody you're already lying.
Are there going to be women?
I hate that comparison more than anything. When I was 18, Artie Lang stole my weed. And then God took his nose. Sorry, cocaine took his nose.
Wow.
But yeah.
Artie Lang, when Artie Lang was working at the Port of Newark, my cousin's wife's brother was running, like getting all of their uniforms and stuff. And he like fronted Artie Lang all of his uniforms, and he quit. So he still owes him like $200 for like the fucking nice jackets and like
Ain't getting
Dickie
that.
sets. I was like, yeah, he's not getting that.
Ain't getting that.
Yeah, dude, Artie Lang was
Win
like
some,
doing
lose
drugs
some.
and got his ass kicked. For
There was
money.
a
now he's all sober.
a Comedy Central roast where Artie Lang was on stage, and so was what's the lady from the Golden Girls that just passed away?
Betty White.
Betty White.
What?
And she said she commented on it because funny part is I'm gonna outlive Artie Lang. And I'm like, oh, that's called foreshadowing, I guess.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The woman's a hero.
Yep.
She was awesome.
That's all I got for tonight.
Hold on,
I have to
hold
go
on.
to penance.
Hold on.
Could you
No,
definitely
that is
think
not
about
all
taking
you
a
have
shower.
for tonight. Real quick, we have a couple
shower.
quickings.
Do you have more cake?
Go home and shower.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up here. So hold on, ATF, motherfucker.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
ATF posted, read it. They're people are sick of hearing my voice.
I hold on.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, so this is the ATF post, Twitter post, official ATF Twitter. Valentine's Day can still be fun even if you're broke up. Do you have any information about a former or current partner involved in the illegal gun activity? Let us know. Seriously, this is what we've been talking about all night. We will make sure it's a Valentine's Day to remember.
Oh my God, that's total entrapment.
Yes.
Man. Oh yeah.
Who knew the ATF has such a?
Did your ex scorn you? Narc on him.
Call the feds.
Call the feds.
Did your coworker do anything that you didn't like?
Was your coworker not in the office on January 6, 2021?
Do you hate BMW?
Yeah. Oh, and that just reminded me,
Coworker's
dude.
beard smell like period.
I was thinking, like, what's the most ridiculous thing I've seen a former lover do to someone on Valentine's Day? The one person we know who's been a guest on this show who got a PFA served to them on Valentine's Day.
Romance.
Who says romance isn't dead when you get a protection from abuse order from a bar? It
A
wasn't
bar.
even.
There wasn't
Exactly.
one individual.
Yeah.
Who did the ATF have such a sense of humor?
Who buys
The ass
Local
tits farts.
Delconian NBA star gets reinstated. Tyreek Evans.
Yeah, Tyreek Evans is allowed to play basketball again. He was suspended for 2 years for repeat drug violations. I don't know what drugs it was, but he's most recently on the Pacers, and now he's up for grabs if anyone wants him.
Wasn't he on the Nets at one point?
He was.
Yeah.
He is the he's from Chester. He played for the Christian Academy, and it was good top pick, not in one pick.
Yeah,
but
no,
like
he was
single digits, I believe.
He was toted. He was Sacramento Kings originally, right?
Kings first. Yeah, he went to Memphis. That's all I remember. He played
Memphis
college.
was college.
He played-
I can actually have his jersey.
But he was good, and then he just fucked around with the wrong shit. He's still only 32, so...
Did he buy drugs from Marvin Harrison?
Marvin Harrison's like in his 50s.
Still selling drugs in North Philly.
His bar does.
Yeah. 100%.
So he's reinstated. He can play for the NBA now, and maybe he will. Now that the trade deadline's over, they need to pull somebody in. He might be pulled in, even for the Sixers. You never know.
You never know.
Speaking of other local sports stories, as we know, Sunday was the Super Bowl, and the LA Rams took down the Cincinnati Bengals to the chagrin of many, especially our one in Hollywood Holbrook, who hates LA and their fans.
What fans?
Exactly.
Fuck Los Angeles. Dude, yo. So, just from working
yeah.
night jobs and shit, right? Or like, jobs that get done like late or whatever, or just being a bar rat.
Get tropical.
What's up? Oh. There are literally seasons.
Everybody love everybody.
Tits. There are seasons where I will see more Dodgers games because they're always on national TV at the 10:30 slot.
Yeah.
And more, like I'll see more Dodgers games than Phillies games some years. And it's like, dude, I am so sick of seeing these half-empty the stadiums. Even the playoffs, they're not full until the ninth inning or whatever. What are they? Me fucking showing up to work, just showing up that fucking late? And it's just like, but then you have ESPN with their contract with them that's saying that they're leading in attendance. Like, fuck that. No one's there. Stop lying to us.
And actually, for those who don't know, the NFL in LA office of the NFL is in SoFi Stadium.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not fucking collusion.
Yeah.
The NFL, all they wanted was an NFL team to go back to Los Angeles. And all Los Angeles said was, we don't want that unless it's the Raiders. And then they ended up getting the two derelict teams that aren't the fucking Raiders. And they got two teams that they don't give a fuck about. And did you see that shit about the fucking the pep rallies going into it? The Bengals had 300,000 people show up to their pep rally. The fucking Rams had 460. That's it.
Wait, speaking of pep rallies, I had a client who I had to fire as a client because he referred to the insurrection as just a pep rally for Trump.
Jesus.
And I was like, I would have went, but I had work that day, and I was
It's
like,
a
all
nice
right, cool. Well,
light.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
You talk about the LA Kings, the 2 times they won, dude. There was fucking like an intersection. When the Rams won, there was an intersection full. There's literally more homeless people just asking for money on 16th and Walnut than there is for their fucking parades, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing
It
with you.
can't even be. I don't even think LA. I'm not sure, but they're not. Are they top 3 market in every sport?
No,
they should. They are projected to be
Size-wise,
for
they
the
should be.
population.
For Cowboys, for
27
football,
teams.
it's the Cowboys because Cowboys are like number
'Cause
3 in
Texas.
the world or number 2 in the world.
Are you going by
After FC
by
United
team or by just city?
I'm talking about like NFL, like the NFL market. Like, what's the most?
Well,
NFL
remember some markets have
the-
2 teams, so they get like New York has 2 teams.
I think that it still follows the trends. That's why you had the teams that were added in the 90s and 2000s. That's why
I think Philadelphia's considered 5th, by the way.
We're 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, we were 5th at one
We
point.
are 7th, but if you do sports, we are 5th because you throw out Phoenix and you throw out San Antonio. Those are 2 in there. Houston's supposed to be a big market, but it's always going to be New York 1,
Nobody
LA
gives a fuck
2,
about that either.
Chicago 3, Houston's right there, Miami's right there. But it's just LA doesn't give a fuck about pro sports teams. It is half transplant and half that they don't give a fuck. They'll care about USC. They'll care about UCLA. They don't care about that
DC.
shit. Yeah,
It's like the South. They'll care about their college teams more than they care. Like Atlanta, they can care less about the Falcons, but they'll worry about the Georgia Bulldogs. and all
the
that.
Deep South doesn't give a fuck about pro shit at all. Like they never did, except for the Cowboys in Texas, and that's about it.
Louisiana likes. they like the Saints. Don't get me wrong, but they're more LSU fans.
It's not vicious like that, and like it is in Dallas. It's not vicious like that here. Like you don't have to worry about wearing an Eagles jersey when you're
No, down there it's
because
more
they know
like-
the storm that's coming if they do.
Because down there it's more like
Tia
an inviting
Tamara.
vibe than-
Because they can handle their alcohol.
But sports
Oh,
in the
wow.
fucking way they're moving teams now is fucking annoying. They're basing them off projections and not like actually like what's going to happen. So they're building them. Every team that's moved in the 90s to now has moved off of just population trends. Tennessee got a hockey team and a fucking football team because they're like, oh, people are moving to Nashville. These are fucking country stars moving to Nashville. No one gives a fuck about sports that are moving there.
Yeah, we know about that.
Washington, D.C. got the Expos because they're like a population boom. And their concept was that they actually don't want the people there to like the Nationals. They want people there who are transplants to come see like their
team.
Cubs, their Phillies.
That's
beat
why
the
they're
shit out of them.
But that's true because that's why if you go down to a Nationals game and you go into the stores, they'll sell Phillies and Mets and just even other outside the division teams paraphernalia like T-shirts and whatever else. You could buy a Phillies ice cream cup hat, whatever you want to call it.
Like the Washington Generals.
Yes.
But a real team.
That's literally that's what look at Seattle Kraken. Seattle is a huge transplant city right now. They lost the Supersonics, which had a real fan base because they're
Look
like
at
not making
Vegas.
money here, so they went there. Exactly, Vegas the same way.
See, it's funny because certain areas they're trying to build up teams.
Yeah,
like a place that had nothing. Vegas had nothing. Now they have a football team. Right. They have
And let me ask, why is The Rock out there if he's got a team in the XFL?
He's literally bought their competition. Like I didn't understand that at all.
So there's
No,
I don't think
that's why you're wrong.
He bought the XFL and the Canadian Football League.
I
They merged. They're running against them
you're
next
right,
year.
but do you think the NFL deems anybody else as competition? No. The Rock is an LA guy. He's the most popular guy on social media like now.
Yeah.
He's a face. That's why he was there at the Super Bowl.
We talked about this when it happened, right?
Yeah, and then he was there because he is promoting next year, next 2023 starts the XFL because the USFL starts this year. All in Birmingham, by the way.
Yeah, so my thing with the USFL,
doesn't make
why
sense,
does every
though.
fucking team have the same colors?
Yeah, it's like 4 teams with like the same colors.
Yeah, 4 teams are burgundy and gold.
It doesn't make sense unless there was a partnership. I get he's the most famous person in the world. I get that, but it doesn't make sense.
Well, everything was based in LA.
Unless there's a partnership there. I would think that there's got to be
think about
something
it.
there.
It works. So the minor leagues for the NFL is
college.
Thank you. So now they have a place that maybe there's guys they can start picking from, like
a G League for them.
Yeah, exactly. Like they could start, like maybe a guy like look at Tyler Henneke.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that guy.
That's a USFL's coming.
Yeah, but the Battlehawks are back. There's a Battlehawk for lacrosse, the NLL, by the way. If you want a Battlehawk stuff, I just think about the other day. I saw.
They're from St. Louis?
No.
Then no.
Okay.
The love of the Battlehawks came from the NFL taking the Rams from St. Louis, leaving St. Louis with nothing, and they said, well, yeah, we want an XFL team. We're fucking mad at the NFL. Fuck them.
Which I don't understand.
And they
Why
went
are
and
you
packed
trying
the
to
place.
cram 2 football teams
into a city who doesn't care about football?
doesn't care about one, let alone 2. I just don't get this.
You took the 2 teams no one cared about.
Because there's
no, it doesn't matter. I don't think it's even if you took a popular team, say like the Dallas Cowboys, and you transplanted them into LA. LA won't care.
But here's the problem. I'm going against something I said earlier.
Oh, shit.
About the fucking that they don't sell anything out.
Mm-hmm.
There's no people, but all those seats are essentially pre-sold to all the fucking scrubs that want to go out there and woo people or celebrities or whatever. They're still going to make money off the seats that aren't full.
Okay, I get that. But my point is, why do you have 2 teams in a city that doesn't give a shit about one team barely?
Because they're fucking money-hungry pieces of shit.
Because there's a lot of.
Why did you pull one from St. Louis? I mean, I just don't. I really don't understand. I thought St. Louis had a rabid fan base.
They went bankrupt.
Did they?
Yeah, they ran out of money.
Well, so did the Eagles almost. That's why he sold the team.
It'll happen.
Yeah, but they didn't move it out of Philly.
The Rams were up for sale for a long time.
Was it Tosh? How do you say that guy's name?
Leonard Toes.
Toes. I always say his name wrong.
He's a fucking crazy gambler.
Yeah, that's why he lost all the money.
Wow.
Remember the Rams were up
He
for
had to sell the team to pay back his gambling debts.
Oh, it's a thing. Dude, the Rams were up for sale for a long time. Remember the whole shit where Rush Limbaugh said that fucking McNabb shouldn't be allowed to own a team because he was overrated because he was black or whatever? Remember how long ago that was?
Wait, what?
Do you remember that shit?
Yeah.
This was like 12.
No, that
was
wasn't exactly how it went. He didn't say own a team. He said
Donovan McNabb was trying to jump in an ownership group to buy the Rams.
That's a small
Limbaugh?
percentage.
No, Donovan McNabb
No,
was
were
trying
you
to
talking
jump
about Rush Limbaugh?
And then Rush Limbaugh on his show when he was alive said some fucking shit about McNabb and that, and it led to the whole thing.
I thought it was okay. My mistake. I thought Rush Limbaugh was saying that if Donovan McNabb was a white quarterback, he would have been getting a lot more.
Less commercials and shit.
Less commercials.
Yeah,
and stuff.
but that all started with him trying to jump in an ownership group to buy the Rams, and that was like 13 to 14 years ago.
Okay.
That's how long the Rams have been up for sale.
Oh wow, okay.
And then this one dude, Krause, finally had enough money, and then the NFL like gave him more money and just like, yeah, bring him.
I mean, a lot of people, a lot of stars own part. Like, look at this. Will Smith, like just up recently, him and Jada Pinkett Smith used to own a percentage of the Sixers.
Dude, the fucking Derek Jeter is like one of the co-owners of the Marlins, got control, and then traded all their good players to the Yankees.
Yeah.
How is that not investigated? Like, he did it like his first day on the job, too.
It was like, oh, cool, the Derek Jeter's bought part of the Yankees, and Giancarlo Stanton's going to the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like,
For a bag of balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the team washing machine, Ed Monix.
I wish you were a washing machine still.
Florida Marlins are like the like a cockroach. Like they always they sell their shit. That nobody's ever there.
When they
but
came
they always
in the,
have good teams.
When they came in the 90s.
Like they can get
Like-
World Series every fucking 10 years.
Well, no, when they came in the 90s, when they were a new team then, like a lot of transplant areas, they get these drafts where they can pull in some good players, just like the Knights,
Golden Knights?
The Golden Knights did. They were able to get good players and put a team together and make a run, but after they sell everything off and they have nothing left, they're in fucking hell for a while because they have no farm system yet.
They won 4 years into existence and then won 5 years after that.
Yeah.
And then went to shit. They literally won the World Series every time they went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So the Marlins make the playoffs. They're winning the World
Go
Series.
look at that 97 team. That was fucking veteran
Well,
stuff.
wasn't
And then
that
look at
their-
the 03 team.
wasn't
It
that
was
their-
all the people they got for those veteran stuff.
Wasn't that
It
their
was
second year
brilliant.
of existence, the 97 team?
97. Yeah, I think
The
I-
Marlins.
I
Wasn't that
think
their
so.
second year in their existence?
Fourth year. They came in
I
93.
think the original Florida Marlins
93 they
was
came
fucking-
in?
They came
Okay.
they came in 93.
No, we came in after the strike. So
They
it'd
came in
been-
93.
They came. Speaking of that, what's
Well, 93 was the Philly.
They were.
Was it?
I know. I just know for a fact they came in 93, and also
I
in
came
the documentary about the 93.
I came for the
Phillies,
first time in
Marlins are there.
93.
What's
what
up?
happened with
I came for the first time in 93.
Did you?
Yeah.
You were 10.
Aw.
I had my little first wet dream.
I do a little fucking
Remember you were
nocturnal
11
ejac.
then?
10.
Yeah, a 10-year-old nocturnal
You can go
ejac.
slow to 10.
Yeah, you can do
Yeah.
Joking toads and ghost loads.
Joking toads and ghost loads.
He's over there fucking.
But I
telling
hate
what
Los
it is.
Angeles, dude. Fuck them, phony ass poser shit.
I will say I've seen
Skinny
a lot of
Jean
people in Los
wearing
Angeles that are
cocksuckers.
homeless with
And it's
better
like I could
housing
deal
than
with
have.
it if we just weren't told like how like great the city and fan base is. Like we fucking see.
They spend half the time flashing to the suites where all the stars are hanging out.
Exactly.
Oh, there's
And,
Matt Damon with a shitty
And
mustache.
here's the other thing: all those
There's
fucking
LeBron sleeping.
Yeah, all those fucking celebrities there with no masks on, but then we'll go on the fucking preach that the kids have to wear masks in
Dude,
school
people are
next
so
time.
over the mask stuff now.
Fucking
It doesn't care.
insane.
Nobody cares.
It's just
Most of the schools are letting up on it. Pennsylvania's, of course, behind.
like if you ever think that like the media isn't lying to you, watch the love of ESPN and like the national media to Los Angeles sports.
Yeah.
And it's like that's not what's fucking happening.
We
Like,
might,
you know
I
what's
think we
funny?
might
Like-
need to make a trip to Springfield and ask somebody about that ESPN love for LA.
oh,
What's in Springfield? Oh, yeah.
Steeton A. Smith.
No, he's in
Squeaton. Squeaton.
He's New York.
Squeaton
He's New
Steven
York
Smith.
guy. He's not a LA guy.
New York.
Yeah,
My whole problem is
his stuff
fucking-
used to be
He loves
LeBron, New York, LeBron. Like that's all he would
It's
say.
fucking. I was watching. So I watch ESPN at work every day, not by choice, because I just fucking can't stand it. It's just a constant fucking deep throat cocksuck fucking fest between Brady and LeBron. And then the days where it's like, oh cool, Brady retired. Oh cool, LeBron put up 5 points last night because he wanted to have load management. They have nothing to talk about.
Ghost
It's talk
loads.
about how great the fucking Lakers are. I'm like, the Lakers are fucking maybe 500.
They're super. ESPN's loves superstars. They
And
love
you know why?
superstars more than
Also,
fucking sport.
it's because New York is fucking terrible too.
Yeah.
That's why they
The
stroke
Knicks
LA.
suck.
Every New York team sucks right now, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, and half of them rhyme.
Is baseball coming back?
You know,
Did you ever
what,
notice that?
Yeah, baseball's coming back. They're just going to miss spring training like they did last year. It's
Yeah.
going to be a thing.
But you ever notice
Spring
half
training's fucking
the
stupid.
worst teams in New York rhyme?
What?
Nets, Mets, and Jets.
You know why the Jets are named the Jets?
Huh?
You know why the Jets are named the Jets?
Why?
Because it rhymed the Mets.
Is
The
that
Jets
why?
were around first.
No, the Mets were.
There's no way. The Mets came around in 62, and the Jets were like already established and won the Super Bowl in 68.
Well, one of them.
One of them
well,
came
everyone
first, I
came
guess.
first. The other one was okay.
The Mets
rhymed
probably
the
were
Jets.
ripping off the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were Metropolitans, and they shortened to Mets.
And that's a stupid name.
Yeah.
It's a stupid name.
We're the New York City. Like, that's what they named themselves, the New York City.
Our name is the Phillies, Al.
I know.
We can't judge.
I can judge all I want. I fucking hate New York.
Were Phillies like fucking horses?
Yeah, it's
The Phillies are a Philly is technically the 3-year-old horse that runs in the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
But that's not what it's named.
That's not what they're named.
No.
But it's like Phillies.
It's like they're saying, we need a name real quick. Philly. Oh, and we need a mascot that looks all cracked out. Good God.
And they were the Phillies, and then for some reason this is a little history for you. In 1946, we decided we want to be the Blue Jays for a year.
Yeah.
And then we went back to it.
Well, we were the A's before the Phillies.
Yeah,
we were the Athletics before the Phillies.
Nah, they were never the same team or anything.
No, there was two teams. Yes.
Yeah, they ran parallel.
But the A's were first, then the Phillies came, then the A's moved out to it was in Oakland first. I think it was Kansas City or something like that.
Yeah, they moved to Kansas City. That's why I'm here, because my dad played for the A's for a hot minute. And then
little things you learn about Holbrook.
Yeah, dude. He was a minor league player.
Sprinkles of
Washington
Holbrook.
Senators first. And then, but no.
That's why you're
I
here.
call them Holbrook ghost loads. Every so often, you just get
a little
poof.
No, the Phillies started in 1883. The A's started sometime in the 1890s, and they
It wasn't
parallel.
83. It was like 60s, wasn't it?
1883 was the first year.
83 was not the first year.
1883.
Yeah, it was the Phillies.
Yes.
Oh, 18. I thought you said 19.
1883.
I was going to
the first
say,
year.
they won in 1980. It can't be right.
And then the A's started sometime in the late 1890s, early 1900s, and they ran parallel. And the Phillies played at one play at Shibe, and then the A's played up at like the Baker Bowl or some shit, and they were both here at the same time.
Oh, Shibe Field. That's where Spite Fence came in.
Shibe was on, I believe, Temple's campus.
Yeah, so
and Shibe, the guy they named after, said that he would never have any black players play sports.
So the houses around that,
That's what
they would
started.
fucking, if the tickets were like $1, the houses around would rent their rooftops on their porches and the roofs of their houses out for like 50 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the MLB was like, okay, well, this is fucking super whack and taken away from attendance, so they built this fucking, what they called spite wall, which was just as high as the fucking houses, so you couldn't see into the park.
It was, it was like what inspired the Green Monster or some shit.
I liked it because I thought of you because I thought of Spite.
I love spiting people.
Oh, I mean, if Holbrook had a team, it would name it the Spites.
Yeah,
he'd be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spite squeeters.
Yeah.
Spike girls.
Sweet.
Oh.
Spike girls. Nice.
I like that.
Tell me who you hate, who you really, really hate.
Love that.
All right.
If
So,
you wanna
anything
be
else?
a
Yeah, I
hater,
know.
You got to get with
Tanked.
my
Fuck
squeet.
this pussy boy. Fuck it.
Wait, what?
Fuck it, right, boy.
Never heard that song?
All right, on that note, guys, over at our awesome sponsors over at VegasVapes.com. Bryn Mawr, Folsom Trap, and the Upper Darbies. Check them out on Facebook, Instagrammers, Googlers, and the Snapper Chats. VegasVapes.com is open online as well for pickup and delivery. Don't forget Dolan's Bar, 24 East Sellers Avenue. Great place to hang out. Tell PJ the boys sent you. And don't forget Fat Cal Jerky, utterly perfect jerky. Amazing flavors coming out all the time. Check them out, fatcaljerky.com, and on Facebook and Instagram. Anybody else want to add anything before we head out?
No, I've talked too much tonight.
It was a hell of a night. We had a lot to cover. So, guys, we will see you in a couple weeks. It will be Fat Tuesday.
We're all getting things up.
Or as we,
Plus
call,
size
as we call it here,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. It's always Fat Tuesday when we're around. All right, guys, we'll talk to you. We'll catch you later.
Peace out, fuck.